R.I.P. Bitcoin. R.I.P. Bitcoin. You done had a good run. You done had a good run. Now it's our time. Time to take over. R.I.P. Bitcoin. R.I.P. Bitcoin. They hate it or they love it, but that phoenix rising up couldn't hold it down no longer. It done had enough. Through all the lies and through all the FUD, we made it through the downs and we made it through the ups. Now that glass champagne and it's pouring out the cup. Rockets gassing up. We them pioneers and we leading from the front. All about utility, but you bought the bluff. Bitcoin was a test, now we all rising up. R.I.P. Bitcoin. R.I.P. Bitcoin. You done had a good run. You done had a good run. Now it's our time. Time to take over. R.I.P. Batman never finished getting back, stay replenished. R.I.P. Batman never finished getting back, stay replenished. Bagman never finished getting back, stay replenished. 4 digits the mission, holding strong to the finish. They know what you holding, they don't want you with it. Weekends keep on folding, I think we was chosen. We saw through the lies, we holding the prize. More bags on our mind, wait till Bitcoin dies. And them fusters in the skies, rocket family in the skies. And you waiting on the sides, and them haters probably crying. They try to hold us down, but we kept on rising up. They try to shake us out, but we kept on getting more. They try to keep us down and they wanna keep us poor, but we flipped the switch on me strong around the globe. Had a good run. You done had a good run. Now it's our time. Time to take over. R.I.P. Bitcoin. R.I.P. Bitcoin.
Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.
Oh my. Oh
All in.
me. Oh my.
I've got one that can see.
What's that? Oh,
We got
Welcome to
Cryptoholic.
coffee time.
Cryptoholic by XRP bags.
Oh.
Let's go. Raise them up. Drink them up. Put them up.
Woo!
Let's go. Raise them up. Rock the coffee time. Let's go. Oh.
Crypto Church, incoming Bradley B. $589 super bomb, bro.
Oh my God.
That's very gracious of you, bro.
I'm one of them
That's
air
insane.
floating like noodles.
That's like
I'm
donor
the air
shit.
noodle.
Appreciate you, man.
What happened there, bro? Bradley?
We got to stay focused on this last little phase, bro. This shit's about to blow up, man. But I think we're building like a spiritual tribe, dude, to be honest. I think it's bigger than, just YouTube, and I truly do, man. Because when this happens, this whole group, unfuckwittable at that moment in time.
We're going to be unfuckwittable.
Put it in the chats.
What are they winning, bro?
Hashtag
what are they winning?
unfuckwittable. We're going to do Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub. Unfuckwittable.
Ooh. I love an early morning giveaway.
Just come on here, give some shit away. Let's go.
Ooh wee. Unfuckwittable. Put it in the chat. Hashtag UNFUCKWITTABLE. Let's go.
If you have not tried yet, take have a little sprinkle dinkle on your meat. Get yourself
Bradley
some
Cirencion, bro. Let me get that picture. He had some good shit in the Telegram group.
Get yourself some Buster's Rub. Click the link below. Buster's Rub will magnify your flavor buds. Put it on your thing. Put it on your breakfast. Put it on your meat. Put it on your dinner. Put it on anything. Put it on your wife. It doesn't matter. It tastes good. Get some. Link below.
It brings the flavors out.
I'm
that
bullish
coffee?
though, man.
Is that coffee on meat? Let's run it. Here we go. Here's the ad promo. Bradley, we appreciate all your inspiration for this giveaway. You're the bomb. Let's go. Here we go. Here's the ad.
Behold, the ancient Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub.
One rub awakens the hunger, but two, elemental chaos.
Is that coffee on meat?
It's called Rub-a-Dub, baby.
Hand-blended coffee-based seasoning made for meat, forged in Hodler fire. Upgrade your flavor game. Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub, the official rub of legends.
Element 1 got savage still. 2-pack punch, rub it proud. Uncle Buster.
Ooh,
Can't fuck with Ooga.
You can't fuck with Ooga in the ads.
I'm gonna give Ooga some
Unfuckwittable.
free barbecue lessons though. We'll work on his barbecue game a little bit. He be fucking with a little too much, but we'll get Ooga straight. Shout out to Ooga Booga.
Damn. This is Stuffing Bags in the background by XRP Bags. We appreciate you guys. Welcome to Coffee Time, a live community chat where we talk crypto, we talk XRP, we talk Red Pill, and you can join too. Just click the link below. Boom.
You know what other song was dope? Him and Rob's song, dude. That was sick too.
The baby gates are
I
now
haven't
open.
got that one yet. I need to get that today. We need to get it on here.
Fucking
They
get
were
it.
good going back and forth, man. Yeah, that was sick.
I wonder what it's
But yeah,
called.
man, I'm bullish as fuck, dude. I feel like we're about to blast off, and I think it's gonna be more than people expect, dude.
Yep. Unfuckwittable. Put it in the chat. Hashtag unfuckwittable for your chance to get some Rub-a-Dub. Let's go.
We're at what, 27? That's not an easy one. We're testing the your spelling bee skills right now.
You're spelling me. Yeah, you got to spell it right for the prize generator to catch you. So, ooey.
That's a nice word though. Unfuckwittable.
MRNK85. What's up, Fansky? What's up, pimp?
What up?
This is coffee time. Get your cup. Grab a cup. Let's talk crypto.
What you working on over there, nerdy? Oh, you got no mic, bruh. We can't hear you, bruh. Nope.
everything.
Ooh,
No,
Oh, man.
I'm just pulling some bullishness in the chat. Of we make higher lows. We were at 30 cents, and everyone's like, oh, when is XRP gonna go up? Same fear mongering FOMO at 60 cents, at 85 cents, at $1.30, at $1.85, at $2, at $2.30. Fuck your fear. XRP doesn't care about your emotions. it just keeps going up. It just keeps going up. Higher lows, higher lows. Can't fuck with me. Fuck your cows. Can't mess with this. Just keeps going.
Fuck your
It doesn't
couch.
care. Pete doesn't care. It just keeps going.
Bro, you know what that makes me feel like? This guy. That movie you want to watch isn't available on any of your 17 streaming services. You can rent it for $9.99 though.
Exactly, dude.
Bro.
You can't make this shit up.
Bro, isn't that some shit? You go turn on Peacock, they ain't shit on there. You go turn on Netflix, ain't shit on there. You go turn on Apple
shit on
TV, ain't
nothing.
shit on there.
Even
Freaking
football,
Amazon
bro.
Prime,
They're
ain't
like
shit on there.
hitting people
Yeah, turn on your Roku television.
just for
Oh,
a
you wanna
football
watch that
game
shit?
and shit, man. I was like,
Oh, you want to watch YouTube TV? That'll be $60 fucking a month.
Bro, there was some shit,
dollars
dude.
a month.
It's more than $9.99, dude. You rent a movie like man, I was
Crazy.
chilling. I was trying to rent How to Train Your Dragon, bro. You know, like the live action. That shit was like $20. It was like $19.99 to rent, and then to own it when you're never gonna watch it again. To own it, it was $29.99.
Fucking wild. Digital download only. It's not even a physical copy. It's digital download only. You own it on the platform.
That's a big fuck you. That's a big fuck you. That's what it is.
What
isn't it
learn,
weird though how
everybody?
we went from collecting songs, collecting movies to now you don't even own it, you know. Even like with Napster and all that shit, you were still collecting the music and you had that music, right? And now you don't even fucking
You can't
just
recall
stream
it. You have to rent it
Yeah.
again. Or
It's crazy.
You know where that business model came from? Where it got
The
adopted
devil?
from? No, it got adopted from games and in-game purchases. Businesses like that model, and they basically copied Nintendo and what Nintendo was doing, and then everyone copied that model and applied it to their SaaS service. But it's technically the same shit of making sure that you can provide people with a service, and as long as you keep people trapped within your platform, then their information is trapped on your platform, and they have to use your platform.
You think Netflix like played a part in that too, though? Like, because Netflix originally competed with like the video stores, right?
Well, I think
With,
that
like tangible mailing at first, right? And then everyone's, oh man, this
yeah,
is
they did 100%. But I think Netflix fucked more with production of the movies rather than just the distribution of movies. Because yes, Netflix did disturb how movies were distributed through a subscription service, but at the same time, it's like, how many movies are Netflix making compared to, you know, any other movie studio, production studio today? Like, you don't see Sony movie, Lionsgate movies, or any of those movies more. You see more movies that are like Netflix based. And then Apple and Amazon copied that platform. They copied it through Netflix, and now Apple has, you know, Prime Studios, and Prime makes their own videos, and then Apple did the same thing with Apple Studios. But it's just like, yes, Netflix changed not only how distribution, but also how production went down, which is crazy. And it came out, the moment that it came out was, you know, 07, 08, during the time where all this stuff was when businesses were being, you know, disturbed and remodeled, which is the same around the same time when Uber came out. So Uber and Netflix, both this changed our future completely, and we didn't even realize it. Wild.
Bro. Well, it's cool that we're you know, we don't even care anymore. Like, reality's been crushed. Reality's more exciting than any movie could ever be. Yeah.
You gotta pay for that shit.
$9.99. $9.99. RPM, what's up, pimp? XTC though. Yep.
the XDC ambassador, RPM. How you doing, brother?
Straight up though, RPM's been fighting in the chats with me and everybody else about how XTC is superior, and that motherfucker, you know, has got some weight to it. Let's go.
Yeah. I remember when you were telling me about RPM. Oh, that RPM,
Yeah, that was years
motherfucker
ago.
takes
I was like, this fucking guy from the
XDC's the one,
UK.
but on intuitive hits, nothing's hit me like XRP and XTC. And actually, when I got SHX, I've had SHX for a long time. That was an intuitive hit. You know what I'm saying? To where it's just like, yeah, you know. And
That's
then you
it.
start
Yeah.
researching more because you spent way more than you should have on an intuitive hit. But I think that's what it's about, bro. Like, the intuition, honing in the intuition is That's literally fighting the Matrix, bro. Because any idiot will come up and say, "You're fucking what? That's sort of weird. That what? Why would that make you happy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any way possible, it's a straight up fight against the Matrix. Nobody is gonna give you validation. You know, only the universe,
All right.
or a special. You know, someone else special. But
I was thinking about some crazy shit. I want to run this past you guys, and you guys tell me what you think, okay? Because I think it makes sense. I think it makes complete fucking sense, and I think this is where the intuition comes in of all this blockchain stuff and all this stuff, okay? And it ties into exactly what you're talking about. Is this okay? What if, hypothetically speaking, what if our past ancestors are actually our future ancestors, and we are actually the past of their future? You get what I'm saying? What that means is that, you know how we have the Ouroboros and how the snake eats its own tail. What if that's a symbol? What if that's symbolic for time, where time is cyclical? And the reason why we can't figure out how people created things in the past is because they're actually more advanced than we were, and that was actually our future society. That was actually us as human excelled to the max, and that's what we're capable of. You know, digging buildings out of rocks, out of nowhere. And then to where we are today, which is actually the lowest point in humanity, which is our dumb selves, where we create the robotics, which is our demise of our future self that we battle. And eventually the cycle comes. So in reality, the intuition that you're getting, the downloads that you're getting today, and how you feel about getting into blockchain and all these different industries is actually your past future self, you connecting with you just going with the flow. And finding out, you know, this is the future you're supposed to be part of in the first place. Does that make sense to you guys at all? It makes complete sense to me.
No more crack for Rock. No more crack for you, Nerdy. No more crack.
No more crack rock. No more
That's
crack
deep.
rock. Bro.
But I think also like generational curses is like in there.
Yeah.
Because I think like as you overcome an energy, right? This is because some people just want to bitch and moan like when shit doesn't go, because it universal law, the pendulum swings left. Like left could be the happiness, it's gonna rebalance, you're gonna go to fucking some downtime, but instead of just it's the end of the world because the pendulum is not going in your favor, you know it's gonna balance out. But as you overcome energies, I think you unlock, like as you're elevating an ascension, I think you unlock like guides and you know, protection.
Like you're remembering who you're supposed to be. Like finding yourself is actually remembering your true self, and your true self is a person that you already developed, but is a person that you forgot. Does that make sense?
That kind of explains deja vu.
Exactly. So I ran this theory down. I put this theory. I ran it past GPT to see what it would say, and actually agreed with me, which is crazy that a computer actually agrees with me more than humans do. So it gave me a few contacts to go based off of what my theory could relate to, which is block universe physics, quantum entanglement, esoteric Christian prophecy, ancient cyclical cosmology, and practical motives of intelligence agencies, which, you know, goes into the movie Time Bureau and how they showed basically the same concept of what I'm explaining right now. So what if all of this stuff, you know, Q and all those things, what if that's what they found out with Project Looking Glass was that conclusion, was that even though that they're trying to look past in time, they're actually looking future in time. And they actually found out that we are actually the past of the future they're looking at. And that's how, and all this was figured out in 2012, which is the main point, which is why they use that as the main time point. And then through there, everything happens. Because if you look at all the movies and all the, you know, Terminators and whatever, they say, you know, from 2012 or whatever. And, you know, was a movie? Someone posted something in the private chat about 40 years from now, we'll have robots. And it's the exact date of where we are right now. So I feel like all of this shit was all pre-planned, but it's all pre-planned because they knew it was going to happen regardless. So even though we might seem like we're moving into a future, it's a future that already occurred. I'm just saying. Women of XRP's always been part of that situation.
Bro, that kind of like tingles, like talking about intuition. That tingles your intuitive, like, oh yeah, this is it. Like,
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you think we go so hard as the army? You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a verse in the Bible that referred to that, exactly what I'm saying. Hold on, let me find it. It was hold on.
Literally, the intro video was like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's gonna crash.
Yeah, Bitcoin's gonna crash because that has to do with NIST standards.
Well, I had to play it. It was a baggy. It was baggy.
Oh, right here. Revelation 12:12, where it says basically how like if the devil, if for example, if at the beginning, what happened if the beginning and end happened at the same time, and that's how the devil knew its end and knew that during a specific time of that cyclical cycle would be the time of his reign, and he can excel the most, but also knowing that time was limited, and that's what Enoch's and all the other books try to basically tell us.
Hey, we got Bishop up here. That's
Damn,
a good
son.
sign. What up, him?
He's out.
Oh, killing it.
He's here for he's unfuckwittable. He's unfuckwittable. Let's go.
This is my Frank's what is it? Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything.
Nice.
You like it, man?
Oh yeah, man. Look at it. Do you think?
That's pretty good, dude.
Bro.
And I got this at the moon party. What was that? 2 months ago? Maybe a month.
May.
Hey Bishop, I send Buster a video how there's this guy. He owns a Caribbean restaurant, and he has a bunch of spices, but he also uses the same rub, basically the same mixture that Buster uses on his food, on his Caribbean food, and people love it. They're saying how the coffee melts the fat and it brings out more flavor as it melts, so that's why the meat tastes more better.
Okay, all right. I literally put it on anything. I've sprinkled it on my salad.
Hell yeah.
Eggs is hella good on eggs, man. Yeah. People don't realize on eggs is fire.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It works. It works for me.
This is RippleNet Memos by XRP Bags. Shout out Baggy for all the years of music. We love you, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus is here. Let's fucking go.
Hey,
what about?
I want to bring this up real quick because I don't know why this never hit me before. I've seen this and I've heard Tail talk of this supply shock in particular when it comes to stocks, and someone was applying the same thought as far as exchanges, or I shouldn't say exchange, when the market, everything gets underway with all of these bills that will be passed from crypto, we will have the same behavior. And the supply shock is something I just never thought of. And that would be, as there are no more to be bought, the computer system will automatically start searching, doing a price discovery of sorts. And so the price will automatically start going up anyway. Just like baseball cards. Baseball cards are really 20 cents. But as more people want them, you just keep asking for a price. Eventually somebody was going to pay for that price. And then all of a sudden that's the new price of that particular thing. So as XR becomes, or any asset becomes less, there's less out there in the world, the price will naturally go up. So market cap really is not a good measurement of how much it will be. It's really a measurement of, it's a snapshot in time of how much it is right now.
Exactly, and it doesn't define the utility of it. Right, because utility defines value, and when you have something that's being used, and then you have a set supply, and then you have to prevent the diminishing supply of that set supply, then the value becomes a integral part of the system design of that asset, rather than it being, it needs to be X amount of value because of X, Y, Z. No, it has to do this to be operational. Because if it doesn't have that value of being operational, then the network itself just collapses and the whole technology is trash. It doesn't even fucking work.
Right. So we're talking about averages.
Price is just a byproduct.
The law of averages. You ask enough motherfuckers to buy a 20-cent baseball card for $1,000, they'll do it.
Exactly. So we're looking at supply shock. We're looking at people keep talking about market cap, and it has always seemed wrong to me. And as I look at it, I mean, that's even more proof that market cap is just a snapshot in time, and we cannot use that to estimate what the future is going to be. There's no way. Like I said, like you just said, you ask people for 20 cents Babe Ruth card, somebody's going to pay $1,000 eventually because they're going to try to outbid each other.
And that's really what's crazy about it is that's only one aspect of buying it, because once they truly start pumping money through it, they're buying it.
Correct.
You know, then you had the people early, well, if they buy and sell, it doesn't impact. Man, if they jammed 500 billion, the volume of XRP would be valuable, just the volume alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so many different sides, and
I always think
they'll
back
get whatever
to
price they want, bro. They'll
it.
literally determine whatever price they want.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just like that. It's just I just saw a little Michael Jordan symbol someone had, and I was thinking back way back in the day when they first came out. They were $99. They were the first $99 sneakers ever. These Jordans, and they were being made for $33, and they were literally worth $33. And so companies were buying them for $40 or something like that. But yet they told everyone they're worth $99, and people started paying $99. So it's the same principle.
This is the reason why I say 30 million per XRP is now outlandish. People talk about $1,000 and shit. If you look at what XRP is doing and what the not the XRP ledger, not XRP, not any of that. Forget those names. Take that out of your head. What is Ripple as a company is doing, and the products they provide, which so happens to use these technologies. So just focus on Ripple as a company itself. The amount of clarity and licensing and certifications that Ripple holds themselves and now applying for a Fed Master account puts them beyond any other crypto company available on the market today, right? Bitcoin itself is just it's traditional finance wrapped up with this whole, tokenized whatever, but it's traditional finance, right? Being leveraged through Vanguard. What Ripple is providing in their services is literally where he's going after clearinghouse, all of clearinghouse, right? And then moving all American dollars, not just a little American dollars, all American dollars through all industries, meaning stocks, housing, whatever, logistics, everything. And that perspective, 30 million ain't nothing if you're moving hundreds of, $200 trillion a day, or you're moving massive amount of money. Then the price becomes, again, what we said earlier, Bishop, was it becomes just a byproduct of needing to run the technology itself for it to be efficient. That's it.
And you add on top of it the world, not just the US.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, be careful, gentlemen. We got the Papas here. We got Glenn and Papa watching us. So you better watch your mouths, guys. Act right. Respect. What's up, guys? How we doing, Glenn? XR Papa, Bishop. Good morning. Happy coffee time.
Good morning.
Good, everybody. How y'all?
Good.
What up, Papa?
Papa, I'm gonna need some bang bangs.
Even
bless us with some bang bangs.
He hasn't had his coffee yet. He needs coffee.
Since you're on the subject of the Fed, did anyone see where Trump was visiting the Federal Reserve while it was under construction with Jerome Powell?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I think that was him showing us he took over the Fed. And they seized the assets and they have control. That's why he added in the third building, because they're taking it all. And what I think confirms that, do you guys know who Benjamin Fulford is? Benjamin Fulford's one of these guys that are really in the know. He lives in Japan. He's a Canadian. He's lived in Japan for maybe 30 years now. And I saw a letter that he had. In fact, I have it on my computer right now. It's a letter that was written, or it is a resignation that was written on July 22, which is like 2 days before that took place. And it was Jerome Powell's resignation. So
okay.
If that is a valid letter, which coming from Fulford, I believe it is, Jerome Powell has resigned because Trump's got him by the cojones because, well, you know all the debacle with USAID, right? Well, the Fed was the deep state's last place to get money because they're printing it. And now Trump has seized it and taken control of it. That's why the threat came out about prosecuting Jerome Powell for fraud. Now he steps down. 2 days later, you got Trump. And remember this, presidents don't go in. There's only been 2 presidents that I know of that have ever been invited into the Federal Reserve, because that's a private organization. It has nothing to do with our government. And that was set up by the goons of Jekyll Island, JP Morgan Chase and all that. So when he did that, and then he pulled that notice out of his coat pocket and he handed it to Jerome Powell, and Jerome Powell pulls out his glasses and he looks at it and he goes, well, that building was 5 years ago. And Trump says it's all part of it. I think that was Trump, without saying it, saying he's now taking control of the Fed. He's seized their assets. They're no longer going to be able to send money for their deep ops that they've been doing, just like they did with USAID. And then I see this resignation letter that took place 2 days before from Jerome Powell, and it's like, could be. So just thought I'd throw that out there for food for thought.
That was good. Fuck yeah. Well, you know, even if they don't like literally take over or crush the Fed, you know, if they keep it alive, they're at least going to put Judy in. Judy.
Well, I think the point is that he has control. He could put anybody he wants in. In fact, think about it. Who is the one who appoints the Fed chair? It's always the president of the U.S. So Trump can put anybody he wants in there, and he can. And if he has actual control of it because they seized the assets of the deep state. Well, this is where I think we're getting ready to see this money change over. And I think this is why, like with XRPs getting slow walked in this, and they haven't dropped the SEC still at, they're waiting. I think, and I don't know the future. Unfortunately, I don't have looking glass, so I can't tell. But it looks to me like we're getting a setup to do a switch in the financial system. And I think that this is because the carry trade is getting ready to unwind. So whether the U.S. drops interest rates or Japan raises interest rates, the carry trade starts to unwind, which will collapse the economy. I think that's why they're not allowing the U.S. or Trump isn't allowing. I think Trump is the one keeping the rates up in the U.S. and Powell, because they know if they drop the rates, all the money that's been borrowed at no interest from Japan, all that money's got to hit the market and go back to pay off their debt in Japan, and it's going to destroy the economy when they do it. And I think they're trying to ease us through this. Okay. Oh, and by the way, at the same time that he resigned, the Minister of Finance in Japan stepped down, which I find kind of interesting. So I think I don't know how the game's exactly being played because I don't have those kind of marbles upstairs. But what I see, I think as a big picture here is everything is being jockeyed around, and maybe this idea of the flip of the switch is when all of a sudden we come off the Federal Reserve note and we're on the rainbow dollar. And then the rainbow dollar will be gold back. Everything will start moving. You know, I would think that SWIFT, which is outdated, will be gone. And how is money going to move around? I would think that the obvious choice would be XRP, Ripple. And Ripple filed for a Fed license, right? So once their license is approved, they're right there in a position to do exactly what the Federal Reserve is doing. Yeah. Anyway.
Cook, Glenn. That's beautiful. You were cooking. That's good.
Let him cook.
And
Joe likes it.
If you want to see the resignation letter, I got it.
Yeah, sure. You got to learn how to share screen, though. You got to share screen so we can see it.
Shout out to XR Pisces 11.
Ooh.
Super Cash App.
This is when when we're watching a movie, but she's falling asleep at the best part.
Stay with me. Just hold on. Rachel!
Fucking A. Every time. Glenn, that was beautiful. Hell yeah. Well, like Nerdy called it, bro. Judy. Judy. For real. Like Judy straight up going to be the gold treasury bond lady. And Nerdy called that shit days ago. And Pool talked about it and showed pictures of it back in the day, the real Pool. Also, I want to shout out Zebeki and Savage and whoever the else fuck was talking about selling these glasses. I'm not selling these. You guys can pick up your own pair. I get them at $5 below. They're $5. Go get them. Okay. I'm not going to sell some overpriced bullshit to you. They're ZRK glasses and you get them at $5 below. That's it. That's all there is to it. Boom. Nitro. So go get your own pair. Are we unfuckwittable, boys? Are we? How many we got here?
30.
All right.
E40, you get your unfuckwittable in there. You're unfuckwittable.
Get some of that unk rub.
Yeah, I'm saying.
He is unfuckwittable. For real. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where we're about to moon. We're just chilling. We're just like, all right, let's go. Like waiting on whatever the hell they're trying to cook up. You know, we had a tsunami scare. You know, now who knows what's going on now? Trump's been dropping all kinds of crazy, like Q-oriented shit. They must all go to jail. They're all prisoners. Like everybody's getting referred to the DOJ right now. Christopher Wray, fucking Pelosi, all these fucking people. We haven't really seen some kinetic like arrest type, oh my gosh, shit yet. But they're there's a lot of threats going around from Tulsi and all them. So we're about to see whatever arrest like sideshow they're gonna do. We're about to see that. But recess straight up happened or is happening. Trump was saying something about confirming people fighting against the Democrats, but stay open long enough, Congress stay open long enough to be able to confirm some fools to fight against Democrats. At the end of the day, we're just waiting on fucking Clarity Act to finish. Like, finish up your crypto week, you motherfuckers. Like, you started off with doing triple B, big beautiful bill. You got the Genius Act passed. But we're waiting on clarity and all that other shit. Like, why'd you guys go on pause all of a sudden? What the hell?
I had to do some deep dive on that because I was
deep dive.
Yeah, I was a little confused as to why they didn't sign certain things. And traditionally, when it comes to money, it has to come through the House first, and then it goes to the Senate. Now, if it's regulation can start anywhere. It can start in the Senate or start in the House. So this first bill was regulation. So the Senate actually started it and passed it first. And then the House passed it. So now the Senate draft the other two, but they can't pass it until the House passes it. So they had to send it down to the House and have it come back up. So, and that's the reason for the delay.
Okay.
So it's a procedure problem.
Bro, this one's crazy too right here. USA Today, on their account, they have 5.1 million followers. And they were like, XRP is the smartest cryptocurrency to buy with $500 right now.
Excellent.
Like they're just keeping the sheep down to a minimal amount because they know the sheep will just fucking sell immediately. But like, why are they doing this? Like, it's weird. Is it a gatekeep or are they actually trying to get people to buy? ZRP's like, what the fuck? Why did they do that now? That's so weird. And why USA Today? Like, what? You know what I mean?
It's just like anything else. They usually come onto the train a little late. They've done that with everything. I remember when they were talking about the internet, like it was going to kill us all and everybody's going to die, and then it was horrible and messy, and all of a sudden now we can't even live without the internet. So, but it took at least about 2 or 3 years after we started hearing about the World Wide Web. That before people started, you saw it on regular television and regular news. And I think there's a video of Katie Couric talking about the @ symbol. I don't know if you've ever seen that video. It was kind of wild to even look at that video. She didn't know what it meant. She didn't know how to use it. It was It's actually pretty funny.
Here's my take.
Bishop,
here's my take on all of this.
it took me about 20 years, Bishop, to
Yeah.
get to the internet.
Here's my take on all of this stuff is that it's really hard to talk about real world reality based stuff when you have a bunch of superstition, psychological operation
You're
type
not wrong.
context, and trying to convey the message of tentacles while trying to compete with superstition and try to convince people that what you're talking about isn't even real, nor is it even possible, and not even based in reality, and there's no factual substance to anything that's being said, and trying to convey the message of how serious what is really going on, and how much opportunity is actually given to us right now, and try to talk about that part without veering away and being disrespectful or being disregarding anyone's other theories or whatever. But to me, that is the hardest part for me to articulate, and to come on the show every day and to just say, hey guys, this is what's going on, this is reality, and then some space theory comes into play.
Yeah, but we do the same thing here, Nerdy. We this channel is definitely full of people who will instantly attach anything to devil behavior. we do it every week. We'll say, "Oh, they're trying. The devil's coming to get us, and it's gonna turn into sin, and we're all gonna boil." And so we kind of do it too. It's something I think that is built into our society. We just have been geared to think that way. That anything different is fearful. And as soon as you hear about it, you're like, I don't understand it. I don't want anything to do with it. Look at Congress. Bitcoin comes out, and the first thing they scream is for baby eaters and prostitutes and drug dealers. I don't know any drug dealers that ever take Bitcoin for drugs. But yet they sold it for 10 years that way. Now all of a sudden they're all going, hey, this is the greatest thing ever. We can use it. So it takes us a while. It takes society a while to come around.
It does. I mean, Ray was indicted, I think has something to do with Epstein. And then Trump released his digital medical records whole shebang. So now we have digital medical records, which last time we met up this conversation, I was joking about how people believe we're moving into this golden age XYZ, but people are going to be logging in with their QR code based wallet to use their med beds. Literally, here comes Trump out with an executive order talking about medical records. So I'm like, people can think one thing, but in reality, something is completely the opposite happening of what you think it is. So,
And it's funny that you bring up the medical part, because we've had the same argument before. People didn't want their medical records online. And they were worried about the government getting to the medical records and blah, and this and that. And where we are today is you can get on places like MyChart and read your medical records right online. So, it just
Lonzo Turner, what happens to SHX price and XLM when they do ACH payments in US? It'd blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you out of here at that point. And then he also says SHX main headquarters down street from Ripple's. And Ripple is the biggest investor. And and also Metallicus is down there too, bruh. Right down the street. XPR. All three of them. That's what's crazy. Quietly chilling, San Francisco.
I think they chose an actor to be the spokesperson, the mascot of the transition. Had we not had this person, there's this being help everyone move into this transition, we would never believe anyone else. If Obama or for Bush or if any other entity came on TV and said that we're moving into this digital age and we're going to put all your records and all your data onto a database and we're going to track and trace everything and we're going to use language models to monitor everything, people would be like, no, that's dystopian as fuck. But if you were to have a Q board and say it's QFS and it's the future and it's fucking galactic XYZ, then people are like, yeah, let's go for it. I want this. But it's like basically like how you trick your children into eating food. It's the same concept.
But at the same time, if you go back to like the first Bush, He was the first president to even say New World Order on TV. He's all, there's a new world order, right? And, and no one knew what the fuck he was talking about in the 80s, too. Right? And now, even that term is like, even people that, you know, might think it's all conspiracies, they still know what New World Order means today. But if you rewind 40 years ago, you know, nobody even was paying attention.
Here's your chosen actor.
Mike Johnson, the 56th Speaker of the House of Representatives in America. We're here with a delegation of members of the House. We're so grateful to be in Israel, particularly on this day, recognizing the destruction of the two temples and two times in history. But it is such a moving time for us to be here at the Wailing Wall. We've offered our prayers. We put our notes into the wall as just traditional. And we're so moved by the hospitality of the people and the great love of Israel. Our prayer is that America will always stand with Israel, and that we will we pray for the preservation and the peace of Jerusalem. That's what.
There you go. Arrow, here we go.
Scripture tells us to do. It's a matter of faith for us and a commitment that we have. God bless you.
There you go. God bless us. There we go.
Some silicone sealant for that wall. Okay. Are you ready?
You're an old construction guy, aren't you, Glenn?
Guys, girls, and people, and anyone who is not a Jew or doesn't believe in Allah deserves to die, right? Which is pretty much the doctrines. The both speak the same thing.
That man stopped your bull run.
How many churches were bombed in Israel? How many churches were destroyed in Israel? How many of those churches that were bombed in Israel bombed with our weapons?
That man's also going to make us rich in about a month.
But, bro, I swear, people are fucking retarded.
It's fucking crazy, bro. It's almost like a rite of passage. You got to go to the Wailing Wall if you're going to be something, anything, anybody. Period.
So, how do I share this document?
You're going to hit the plus, the little box with a plus at the bottom, and then hit share screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got it. I got a screen. Is that say screenshot? That's you, right? Here it is.
Image. That's it. There.
Boom. Talk about it, Glenn. It's on the screen. You got the floor, brother. Go ahead.
There's nothing to talk about. It's a resignation letter from Jerome Powell that took place 2 days prior to Trump walking through the Federal Reserve, telling him about the overruns. And
they debunked this. They said it was fake.
Who said it was fake?
It's all over. Jerome even said it was fake. It was all over X.
They said.
Yeah. And there's no effective date on it either.
You mean no effective date?
It's all bullshit. It's not even real.
Well, you know, it's coming though. We know it's fucking coming. You know what I mean?
You gotta validate the information, Glenn, man. You can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Well, you tell this is the time where you can tell Nerdy to go fuck himself, Glenn. You don't have to say the F word though, because you're better than that. Nerdy, go fuck yourself. I'll say it for you.
With this, you prove that it's not.
That's the easy argument. You prove that I'm not telling you the truth.
Prove that it's not real. I have it in writing. What do you have?
We got it up. We need sauce. This is start the sauce wars now. Fight. Round one. Fight.
you have it in writing, so
he's getting it.
You got it directly from Jerome Powell. You watched him write it and hand it to you.
Bro, what you don't realize is that Nerdy's already on it, and we're about to share screen.
If you don't know Benjamin Fulford and his play in this movie, you'd understand why I would take him. This guy's up there.
I don't believe anyone until I see the action happen.
Benjamin Fulford, the same Benjamin Fulford for the last 2 months has said the same thing over and over on Before It's News. They've all been arrested and they're in Gizmo and they're hung. He said it for the last eight weeks in a row.
Well,
same Benjamin Fulford.
The way the movie plays out, now that Trump is starting to bring Barack Hussein Obama, who is actually Harry Satoral, if you know his name. Okay, I don't even know if you know these people. Harry Satoral, Barack Hussein Obama, is actually the grandson of Adolf Hitler. It was Hitler's Hitler's daughter that is his mother, and Lolo Satoral, who is Indonesian, is his actual father.
And also the
Hey,
English chick. What's
this
her
is a-
name?
real
Wasn't she
quick,
part
bro.
of the Hitler bloodline?
This is the fake seal. This is the real seal. It's fake. It's complete bullshit.
Go down to the real seal, go to the fake seal, go to the real seal.
This is the fake seal. It says whatever about the government, and this is the real seal, which is United States Federal Reserve System. They're two different seals. It's completely fake. This whole letter is bullshit.
All right. Well, you know, that's not good enough, Nerdy. We need more sauce. It's your responsibility to prove him wrong.
Glenn can believe whatever Glenn wants to believe. Glenn believes aliens are coming and Trump is God. So that's where we're at right now.
Glenn, don't you dare take that from him. Don't you dare.
Has anybody heard from Wayside, by the way?
Sorry, go ahead.
Say it again, Papa.
Anybody heard from Wayside?
Oh, no. I think it was a nothing burger. The tsunami.
I went to Dutch Sense. I don't know if you ever watch him or not. He can almost predict where the earthquake's going to be, and he said it was reported as a 7.8 everywhere else in the world. Russia did, and everybody else. So it was just USGS pushing fear.
Bro. Yep. And that's the thing. They tried to get something started and going, and it wasn't it. It didn't work, bro.
But it
poop
was
and pee. Poop and poop. Poop and pee. Sorry, go ahead. Glenn.
Yeah, man.
It's I love just as soon as we fucking tell you about this and that and that and this, these aliens are gonna come out of nowhere, bro, and start probing buttholes. Like it's gonna be real, bro. But yeah, no, I think some of it's like some of it could be real. Like, so for instance, you know, you've heard that age-old adage, like, oh, they're not fucking aliens, they're Nephilim, it's biblical, and like that's what I believe. But at the end of the day, who's gonna know what's an actual Nephilim? I don't fucking know. I mean, I remember a long time ago, Ani Brito was on the show. We were talking about how the majority of the population, because of how old, even 2,000 years ago, let's go biblical timeline, 2,000 years ago, the Nephilim, it's in the Bible. They started beating up man's daughters, and man's daughters started having the Nephilim, the offspring, the fucking abominations, the giants, all that shit. And we were talking about the statistical possibility of all of us having Nephilim blood. And like, bro, it's possible that we're probably Nephilim ourselves. So we could be the aliens or whatever you want to call it. You know, I believe that there's some underground shit going on for sure. And I believe that there's some heinous, crazy experiments that would blow our minds. And that's why we're so gatekeeped to the nth degree. We think we're ready for this, but we're not, because it's probably so heinous and so evil that we're not even ready for what they do and what they are. You know, whether or not they came from outer space or they came from, you know, deep underground, they've been here their whole lives. They're the entire time. Whether or not we're a complete closed system and God made everything. I believe that there's more land. I believe a lot of crazy stuff. And so it's one of those things where I'm not crazy. You're not crazy. None of us are crazy. We're just pioneers, and we're not afraid to think and believe shit. What's
You're
that?
all crazy.
We're all crazy. You're the exception, Buster. You're the exception, motherfucker. Let's go.
Someone asked me how I feel about the Dow. This is what I'll say. Okay, this is my understanding about this whole Dow situation. I have nothing against everybody. I'm cool with everybody. Shout out to everyone who's on the project. Good for you. It's a Shark Tank for the XRP ledger, because you're picking and choosing what projects become popular and what projects don't, because you're basically saying we are these people. We know better than you. Could be off. I could be wrong. Don't take my word.
But that's the game, isn't it?
But what I'm saying is this, okay? Is that you're saying that, you know, it's kind of like the Brad's crime situation with the whole XRP Las Vegas, because like XRP Las Vegas is now seen as like, you know, a Brad Crimes thing, and Brad Crimes had solidified himself in the community. And I think the same thing is happening with the DAO, which is like these group of people are coming in who are saying we are the pillars of the community. If you need funding or if you need help, come to us and we'll help you out. Yes, it does help. I think it is a good thing. Yes, that it helps get projects off the ground and gives project recognition. But at the same time, you're kind of like creating this Shark Tank like environment of who gets funding and who doesn't get funding. And then my counter argument to that is my idea, which is just have an NFT collection and use that as venture capital as funding through your community, just like Patreon. Like if you have Patreon subscribers and people are paying you X amount of money to watch your content, use that money that you're generating. It's still capital that can be used to grow your business. So just use the same concept, but with NFTs. And then the people who have your NFT, you can provide them with a whole different environment than other people. So it's like if you use the technology that we have, you kind of don't need the DAO. The community becomes the DAO itself. So that's my view on that.
You want to explain that, Nerdy? You're a Nephilim, according to Titan.
Nerdy's a Nephilim.
Who fucking knows?
Chosen child, man.
I'm just passing by. I don't
Hacked,
even want to be here.
if you get hacked, yeah, dude. I for us regular people, you're most likely it's gone. Especially once they send it out. I don't know if you got hacked on a hot wallet or exchange. You know, that's what's dangerous about exchanges. I mean, if your phone, you could hit a fucking bad link somewhere else. Once they found out you got an app.
The only way where you got hope from an exchange, because a chosen child was saying something earlier about how his brother got hacked. He was trying to figure out how Papa got hacked. He wanted to hear about that, but we've already talked about that. It's one of those things where the only hope from an exchange is if you fuck up and you send it to the contract address at the exchange. And then if they're nice, they'll go ahead and fix that.
If they're nice.
If they're fucking nice. They'll keep your shit though. If not.
See, and the answer, honestly, and this is a weak answer, but it is an answer, is regulations. Once regulations come into play and they say these are the rules, the banks and how everyone has to play, we'll then be able to sue them to recover our stuff back. But right now, we don't have that right now. So right now, this is truly the wild, wild west. This is why regulations are so important. So we can have rights to sue people when we lose things.
Exactly. We are in the Walkman.
That's when
A-track era of crypto.
A-track.
You know,
we are the A-track.
The guy's going to come out on TV, the politician. We're going to make this shit safe for everybody. We're going to get rid of all these bad people in the crypto. And then, you know, XRP would probably be $50 at that time.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to ramp up. You know what I'm saying? And
you won't need it then.
We are the cars.
We're on, bro. Like,
But buy the dip. Buy the dip, everyone. With what, motherfucker?
We are the cars before seatbelts. That's exactly who we are right now. That's exactly where we are right now. We're in the cars before seatbelts. Riding in the back of the truck,
like
fucking
skateboard with no knee pads.
Chilling with the bed open, not even giving a fuck, having a good time. This is where
seatbelts came. How fast did seatbelts come overnight? I don't even remember how fast they came.
Bro, after a couple thousand people died,
it came out of nowhere. I never used to wear a seatbelt, and we had the bench seat, that freaking all leather bench seat that used to slide from one side to the.
I remember it was completely legal to throw your kids in the truck bed.
Oh yeah, your dogs too.
Bro.
You can't even do that with your dogs anymore. In Maryland, you can't put your dogs in the truck bed.
Remember the Subaru Brat?
The
Subaru Brat had seats in the fucking back, bro.
In the back.
Sit in the back of the bed, bro. Like face it
I
out.
remember long trips. We would sleep in the back window on the shelf in the back front of the car.
I did too.
Hell yeah.
Right.
America used to be fun, bro.
These are the days. These are the days of metal skates, skateboard with no knee pads. That's where we are right now. This is where we are.
Fucking street light timers, all that shit.
Yeah. So right now it's just hard to get your stuff back. You got to be extra careful.
Bro, now we got 5G fucking ultraviolet street lights that are scanning your DNA and fucking uploading you into some
we got
internet.
Teslas microwaving your Teslas are microwaving your nutsack simultaneously. They're microwaving your nutsack, simultaneously surveilling everybody around you because there's like 5 cameras around every Tesla.
Bro, the street lights in Australia, they're all ultraviolet and they're all purple and shit. So like, you know how they put the the Lutheran or whatever, the bioluminescent shit that they put in the vaccines where you can see it in your veins. So that shit,
Luciferianism or some
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. You can see that shit in the light.
Yeah.
You can see that shit in the light under the UV light under those fucking.
Bro, this is where we're at right now.
They all have 5G shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna run.
We're
unfuckwittable. Run this. We're unfuckwittable. It's our time. You guys ready to run it?
Yeah, let's go.
33. No, wait.
I need more.
It's 33. It's on 33. Don't do 33. God's sakes.
No, bro. That's
What's
when
wrong with
everything
33?
wins. That's when they're at the. That's when the deep state is thriving, bro. At 33.
Hi 33. Hi 3 owls. We love you. Please hire
33.
me. I'll be your
3,
spokesman. I don't care.
2, 1.
There you go.
Good luck,
on,
everyone.
Come on,
Congrats.
roll that dice. I'm sure.
Roll that dice.
Let's do it. Oh,
Lizard King. Shout out, Lizard King. Let's go.
It was right there, man.
Ooh wee. Congrats, Lizard King. You got your own rub-a-dub because you're unfuckwittable. So, shout out to everyone. Bro, this is where we're at right here, bro. Look at this. Look at this shit. Would you just look at this? Just look at this.
Would you look at this? Would you look at this? Would you look at this?
This is where we're at right now, bro. We got Lizard King. Congrats. But like, check this out. This should have happened 4 or 5 years ago, but this is where we're at.
So what I think I hear you saying is there is still an opportunity for indictments, potential prosecutions, accountability from those people who may have lied under oath, like John Brennan, James Comey, and perhaps Hillary Clinton.
Well, that's why I've made the referrals that I have. DNI Gabbard has made referrals, and why we're going to continue to share the intelligence that would support the ability of our Department of Justice to make fair and just bring fair and just claims against those who have perpetrated this hoax against the American people and this stain on our country.
Director, one other question on this. Tulsi, as well as President Trump, used the word. So what I think
Bro, that's where we're at, dude. Like, we've been waiting in the swamp for 5 years. That shit should have happened.
I'm so
glad. Bro.
I'm so glad I don't watch TV anymore, bro. I'd be going crazy if I was still watching that shit. I did, man. I put my time in, like, I think Trump losing. Once Trump lost, I was done with TV right at that moment. I was done. But I don't know. I feel like I'm on the sidelines just watching, but I'm not really emotional, like, because I was a Trumpster, bro. I still am, but I think in the long phase of things, I think we're going to be duped back. I feel like we're about to get duped back asleep because all these people are going to jail. Even the liberals will wake up, right? And they're going to wake them up some, and then we won everything. There's nothing to fix, and we all go back to sleep.
Here's my thing.
And we're rich. Right? They'll shut us up double with the money. Yeah. Sorry.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
If Trump ran again, I'd vote for his ass a fourth time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm with him. I'm a forever Trumper, okay?
Bro, look at the alternative.
I might criticize him, but I grew up watching this fool and everyone idolizing him as Trump money, as big money. And that's who I know. I know this guy as the TV guy, right? As the Apprentice guy. Like, this is a cool fucking dude, okay? My whole life, not all of a sudden, for some short amount of time, is someone going to change my mind. He's still a cool fucking dude, okay? Here's my thing, though. The Epstein stuff is fucking wild, okay? For him to say, oh no, it was the Democrats. Oh no, it was Obama. Oh no, I was never on that list. Oh no, it was Epstein. He was at my pool and I kicked him out. Like, the whole shebang is so fucking crazy. And the whole binder dance, we got the names and, oh, we don't have nothing. Yeah, we do have something. No, we do have some names. Oh, look at the camera footage. We're missing a minute. No, we do have a minute. Cash Patel and Bongino and all their faces. Bro,
they don't even blast what they got. They don't even blast what they got.
The whole situation is so fucking wild. It is so crazy, but at the same time, it is so entertaining that you have to admit that cages are being shaken, right? Like, this is amount of cage shaking we've never witnessed in our lifetime, which is pretty fucking cool that at least that much is going down, okay? But the second part is the amount of progression Trump has pushed us towards globalization and this whole dystopian future that we're trying to not go towards. is also fucking wild, right? So you have like the part that, okay, cages are being shaken, but also you have the part like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Like he basically illegalized people to be homeless, right? Like there's a lot of shit going down where America is changing very, very fast. I don't think it's the changes that we wanted to have, and it's completely against our liberty, but there are changes that are happening. And I think the whole situation, if I were to vote for him again, this shit would continue. And I know it would be my fault, but at the other time, if we vote for the other side, this shit still continues, but it won't be as entertaining. That's where I'm at with this whole, with my whole shit.
I'm like hard light 2017. Yeah, I started with that. I started researching in like 2015, 16-ish. But I came across that FBI thread before Q, and then I got into Q. But Q, I view Q as just it wake me up consciously, bro. I don't give a fuck if it's real or fake. I needed Q to
yeah, it worked in that sense,
bro. Yeah. But I'm not like holding on to like an outcome.
Exactly, bro. Me and the tinfoil hat boys looking at the next round of bullshit.
Yeah.
Shout out to G Stacks, bro. For sure.
Goonies, man.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
Bro, but like, dude, look at it. To Nerdy's point, like, look at the fucking alternative. But it's like one of those things where they give us no choice. There is no choice. It's the illusion of choice. It's
right.
What's the better one? Yeah.
It's a machine. It's a machine that keeps moving, and whoever they hire to be the spokesman of the machine, it doesn't matter because the machine really, at the end of the day, doesn't care about who's running the show. The machine just keeps fucking running, right? And that is, the money printer has to keep printing, and the wealth gap has to keep going. Because right now the stock market is double the value of the whole fucking economy, which is absolutely nuts. So, you know,
but I think the solution, the solution though, when you look at like all the Q people and the people that are like pure truthers, they're not trying to piss those people off, bro. That's why the outcome is coming in. People are going to jail. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Lonzo,
that's who they don't, because it's worldwide, man. They're not going to piss all these people off. Like,
why do you
bro?
think
The other side wanted to arm the IRS agents and kick our doors in for our fucking our hard wallets. Like they wanted taxation and unrealized gains on fucking what? They want to tax unrealized gains. What the? That's like future crime, pre-crime type shit, you know?
Yeah, that's just crazy talk, dude.
That was
they were
nuts
serious
too.
Anyway.
They were definitely serious about it, but it's insane because it would destroy America completely. Because why would any rich person ever invest in any company if they're going to get pre-taxed? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, before they even went public, they had to talk about that idea.
Sorry, what was that, Papa?
I said you cannot tax unrealized gains, or you do ruin everything. Nobody will invest in anything.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
They went public with it, dude. They had to have had a fucking talk about that. So they collectively thought it was a good idea and then went public with it. That's nuts. Like what?
Well, what's really nuts is the Federal Reserve, the Internal Revenue Service. That's all illegal. It's not in the Constitution. That's why I believe it's true. It's going. He's taking down the Federal Reserve. He's taking down the central banks. And we're going to be going into some form of a new financial system that's going to eliminate that. And we're going back to the Constitution. And yeah, I do believe we're already into tribunals. And there's a lot of these people that have already been hung or shot or whatever. And we're now getting a taste of, who the problem is. Once we see that, we already know they're gone. And if you want to know what I think of Trump, I'd give my life for that man. I'm that far in. And I followed Q from the very beginning, and I think Trump is Q plus. And what Q did is he taught us how to dig into things and really try to find things and put the dots together to try to understand where we are and where we're headed in this.
Well, the people who took the vaccine and died did give their life to Trump, if you really think about it.
Why? Trump, Trump can create the vaccine.
He said, take the vaccine. It's the most beautiful vaccine. Operation Warp Speed. I'm the best.
No, that is not true. You show me. He did not tell anybody. In fact, what he told us was he was using ivermectin, and He wasn't in favor. In fact, he stepped in.
The vaccine is the best vaccine.
All right.
He said both. He said both, Glenn. He said both. He said both things. He said take
Operation Warp Speed. Come on, Glenn. Be honest, bro.
Hey, real quick, guys. Hey, real quick. I got something I got to get out.
Run it. Run it and sun it, Papa.
Sun it. I think the donations, which I appreciate, have run their course, and I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it, and especially these three guys right here, who none of it would have been possible without them. I humbly thank you, and I just want to get that out of the way. Thank you, guys.
Bro.
And Glenn, Papa, I got your package, man. So I'm gonna hop on. We'll do a private thing, but I want to mix it up, like with you watching, because that's yeah. But I appreciate that, man, for sending that to me.
Okay, so everyone,
did you distribute them?
Not yet.
You get your ZRPs.
Did you get those ZRPs?
He was going to charge us. He was going to charge us some ZRPs.
Oh no! Well, no,
We'll
everyone. Officially, Papa's happy. Shout out to you, Papa, for having integrity, dignity, and accepting the gift, and also putting a cap on it. That's fucking bullish. That's shout out to Papa, because any other greedy fuck would have been like, keep them coming, keep them. No, Papa's been taken care of. We appreciate you, Papa, and everybody who donated. Shout out. Karmactic value to the max, bro. So we'll love you guys. Papa's Gucci. You know, you don't have to do nothing to donate to him unless you want to from now on. And you have to message him directly. He's on X. So check him out. Thank you very much, Papa. Appreciate that. And thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
There we go. Chevy, Daniel Flynn was upgraded. Oh, go back. Daniel Flynn was upgraded to 4-star general. You have no clue what you're talking about. You do not know him. I met him and Jim Brewer on the same day. Talk about General Flynn. Okay. Chevy must be arguing in the chat or something like that with somebody.
Yes.
Okay. But shout out Glenn, dude. Like, for real, that passion. I remember crying. I'll tell your ass straight up, guys. I remember crying, sobbing, dude, to my stepdad, my late stepdad, and my mom, talking about how I would go and give my life for this country. And that was when J6 was popping off. So I could have been jailed for J6. You understand? Like, I was ready to fucking scrounge up money to go to fucking Washington, D.C. and run it and sun it and gun it at J6. That's how passionate I was. So Glenn, bro, I understand, man. And that's what I want. That's better off. That's better off than being a slick little snake, little satanic snake fuck that you know. I cuss a lot, but I also love the patriotism around, you know, this group, and it's really cool to hear about that, you know. So yeah, don't let nobody get after you, even if I'm sarcastic or like Nerdy says something or whatever. Glenn, you're right on, bro, and we're about to get rich.
Even when I was in Q, man, that's where the XRP side, the crypto side, sort of transitioned my attention to more. You know, I wasn't so much on the Q stuff, but then I couldn't figure out how the Q people didn't see the XRP thing. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, now we're here. But
see, with me, I just like to see you guys like boost the show ratings, because when there's a fight, when there's a fight on the show, like when somebody gets, you know, pissed off, there's blood in the water.
People like it.
There's blood in the water. So it's like, come on, let's go. Yes. And like Nerdy's like saucing you, and then you sauce Nerdy, and then he sauces back, and who gives a fuck, dude? It's just fun to watch.
I read every Q post that ever existed. It started in October of 17, and the last Q post was on my birthday in 2022, November the 27th. I've read them all. I've been through all of it, and actually, Q never really talked about XRP. At least if it wasn't in a way that we understood it. And Q was not really about trying to give us intelligence. Mostly Q was about forcing us to ask questions about things. And so when we got questioned, then you had to go and dig in and figure out, what was this about? And a lot of us, we had different opinions, and and people were putting things together and trying to come to some sort of a general conclusion. What did he actually mean by that? And and later on, we believe we figured out that Q plus was actually Trump, because there was only, and that was U.S. Army out of Virginia is where Q was actually coming from what we understand in it. But at any rate, all that being said, I think it did the job of getting what Q actually did. It did cause us to leave, not me because I didn't watch television, but it caused us to leave the mainstream news media and actually go to the podcasters who now are really the news media. Anybody that wants to know anything, you're not going to get anything worth listening to on television, unless you want to watch The View. And those broads, whew. In fact, I won't even get into that. They're terrible things. And, what I heard was that Joy Behar, which I think was the worst of the whole bunch, she actually got arrested trying to leave the country. So I doubt we'll be seeing any of that. And because we know the news media has been part of this whole problem, because they've been lying to the public all of our lives. It's all been lies. Okay?
You only get the real news on Coffee Time. That's the only place.
Maybe we get a little. Hey, is Bags coming back?
Yeah, Bags will be back. They're vacationing. You know what I mean?
Good.
So they're just taking a little breather. We'll figure it out somehow. And then but at the end of the day, bro, like this thing, the whole magic of this, like you said, Papa, you get the answers on Coffee Time. That was like a fun, sarcastic thing, but like it's one of those things where we don't get the answers. What we are is we're a fucking mixing pot of all kinds of different thoughts and ideas. People can look at this at a glance and go, "Oh, it's just an echo chamber of fucking XRP Army guys." No, motherfucker. We've all owned Bitcoin at one time. We've all fucking considered the possibilities of, oh, is it Bitcoin? Oh, is it Ethereum? Oh, is it no? And that's just the money side of it. Oh, is it Trump? Is Trump going to save us? Oh, is it like, we don't know, bro. But it's about talking as a group. That's what this does. Because there ain't no other fucking place to do it online. There isn't. There's spaces, but then you get into like just audio only and everybody's a cowboy, and it's a way different dynamic when you got video and shit like this. It's more personable. It's more human. Spaces don't kick off like this shit does. And we're the only motherfuckers doing this because everybody else is afraid to do it. Sorry, go ahead.
And we had some Bitcoiners that watched the show a lot, and then XRP went to like $2.70 and they bounced. You know what I'm saying?
Almost shot coffee out my nose, bro. Damn, that's funny.
But they enjoyed talking shit when we were doing nothing. But
yeah.
Then they just disappear. They go ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But dude, at the end of the day, it's just a fun little place to meet. Like there is no rules. There's no. I've had multiple people over the years, and Buster too has had tons of people just suggest things about this show. Oh, we should do this. Oh, you guys should start off the show doing this. Oh, you should go ahead and make sure you don't share this because that doesn't happen. But make sure you talk more about this. And we've had, dude, I can't tell you how many fucking hundreds, thousands of times somebody has sent me a DM or a chat message. Hey, you guys should just stay on XRP. Well, I don't know why you guys go off the rails. It's because those motherfuckers can't handle it. And that's the whole point of the show. It's about getting you to think. It's the Q. It's the Q fucking recipe. It's to get you to start thinking about what if. You know what I mean?
There is going to drop sauce.
Bro, he's going to sauce us up. You know what I'm saying?
If we all agreed 100%, we'd be what? Sheep.
We'd be sheep. We'd be an actual echo chamber at that point, but we're not here. You know what I mean?
But the most passionate arguments is red pill versus the dark pill. That we've had the biggest arguments on this show is based on, red pill, black pill, because people are in their beliefs, man.
They're committed,
and it's all good.
Bro, the black pill, I'll tell you this, I'm on the other side now. I got past all the MAGA stuff. Like, I was full bore MAGA, like I said the other day. But, dude, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? Why is Mike, like right now, what's circulating right now on Twitter, literally right now, is Mike Johnson at the Wailing Wall. That is some crazy. Then we get to the deep, deep, dark shit, which is the Donnie Discern, the fucking, the false light of Lucifer, which is coming in, which is they're going to lull us back to sleep with arrests. They're going to lull us back to sleep with money and there's nothing to fix. There's nothing more to fix. And we're all going to go back to sleep all the while. We don't get to see them eating babies. We don't get to see them crawling in tunnels with fucking the Nephilim and all the fucking experiment. Like, we don't get to see all that shit. I don't want to see that shit. But at the end of the day, they're like, I'd like to see a fucking some sort of like, what the fuck is this world? What did you do to me? What the fuck did you do to this? What is this world? Like, I want that kind of moment where it's like, oh my gosh, this is the reality. How about the extra?
It's called You Want the Truth.
Yeah, I want the truth. I want the actual truth. But I want the truth? Like, maybe I don't. Because it seems like they're keeping us in debt slavery because they're keeping XRP secret. It's that simple. They keep it secret. They're fucking the entire public because they're not telling them blatantly. Because there needs to be credibility behind XRP. USA Today, why the fuck did they say, oh, just throw $500 in there instead of $50,000 and do it now? Why did they say $500? Because they don't want anybody in this motherfucker. They can't afford to make everybody rich. They cannot. That's what keeps my heart saddened.
Let me just say about that. I don't think that's the case. I think the reason that they put that look, if they said $50,000, most people are going to walk away. Then who's got $50,000?
It's about the credibility, Glenn.
But if you say 500, okay, a lot of people can come up with $500. A lot more people are coming up with $500 than 50,000. I couldn't do this if they said 50,000. In fact, I'd have trouble with 500. It's because I've been buying for 5 years, and I just lost at 292.
At the same time, whoever comes in with $500, once that $500 is 2,000, that's a good investment. They out.
They're gone.
They'll never hang on. Like you have to jam your brain with hella research to even get to what we think it could be. You know what I'm saying? You don't just come in here and get XRP and gonna hold this shit, you know.
You got a good point. You got a good point, Buster. I mean, definitely. A lot of people, some people come in here, they're traders and they trade. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. And they will always sell, no matter how high it goes or how low it goes. If it goes to $3.50 tomorrow, there will be people selling because that's what their goal is. They're traders. Most of us are not traders. So here, most of us believe the system is changing, and we just don't want to get left behind. So it's, you know, we got a mixture of people.
That's true.
We definitely do.
Watch like Thinking Crypto. He's going to sit there. He's saying he's going to start selling at $5. And I go, you're selling and I'm buying. If I'm willing to buy Quant at $120, which I just did, why the hell wouldn't I buy XRP? I mean, why would you sell it? I mean, if it's going to go where I think it's going to go, I'm not even going to say where I think it's going to go. I mean,
but Glenn,
I'm riding it all the way to heaven or all the way to hell, whichever way it goes.
But Glenn, you put so much energy and time into this, you don't even realize it, that you straight up got the master's degree in crypto because of what you just said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you don't even realize it. Other people that are in the same geopolitical like belief system, that are like pro MAGA, Trump can do no wrong. Like, I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying similar belief system. They have no clue what investing is like. They think the fucking Iraqi dinar is the revaluation, the RV that's going to save the world. You understand? Like, you're not on the same level as these other motherfuckers. You have that bachelor's degree, that master's degree, that doctorate in crypto, because you know what it is.
I mean,
these other people, there's no way. They're gone.
If I could invest in a company, the only company I could think of investing in right now would be Ripple. I think Ripple will smoke Amazon, Apple, Google, all of them put together.
That's if they IPO, Glenn. They may not ever IPO, bro.
I'm not saying they will or they won't. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that it doesn't actually even matter whether they IPO or not. They will end up. They're going to end up in a position that they'll all be envious of.
They will IPO when it doesn't matter to the little guy. We've got a lesson learned in that.
Yeah, because right now you can't invest in them.
The other people didn't, but I mean, you know.
I've tried to invest in them. You can't. Unless you're an accredited investor, you cannot invest right now in them.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So by the time they get to IPO, game over already.
You know what? You know what? You can
$1,000.
You guys, I got a share screen real quick just to lighten the heart, and then I'll dip back in the stage.
Run it.
All the conspiracies, all the theories, 33, whatever, this or that. TikTok, right now, motherfuckers, you got one thing to do. Time's running out.
Come out of all that shit. Bitch, do that cash up on the bag, on the knot. Nigga, boy, nigga, do that cash up right now on the bag. Nigga, boy. I don't give a fuck about none of that. No. 5-0. Fill that bag up.
See what you on?
Fill that bag up. Nigga, boy, nigga, fill that bag up right now, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Fill that bag up right now. Y'all running out of time. This and that. Talking all that. You need to fill that bag up.
Bro, you hear that dude in the back? Thank you. You didn't even take the guy seriously.
Oh my gosh. That's funny, bro. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, there's some people at certain levels, like Glenn just said. He said, oh, you're selling at $5? I'm buying. Bro, it's one of those things where like people are like, buy the dip, fill that bag up. I'm like, with what, motherfucker? Like, people are at different levels at this point. Like, we're already done priced out a little bit. You know what I mean? The average Joe can't afford that $50,000, but if they had the dedication, if they had the conviction that we do, they would throw in with everything they had. You know what I'm saying? But you throw $2-3 grand at ZRPs right now, it ain't even that much because we're used to that 11 cent, 17 cent, 18 cent, 30 cent, 50 cent fucking ZRP. That's what we're used to.
Hell yeah. Fill that back up right now. Fill that back up right now.
But here's the thing, though. When I was talking to some peeps, though, at least recently, like I was talking to a couple of strangers, like people that, you know, I work with, but I don't really know them. And we were just talking crypto, and I was like, bro, there's still time. There's still time because there's other assets that are 20, 30 cents, 50 cents that are about to run hard.
And what did they say?
And I want to say something
it's
real
so
quick.
expensive. I just
and see, that goes to the point that I was
Can I
trying to
add
make
to that
earlier.
before I make it negative, real quick?
Run it, bro.
The thing about crypto, and that's a good point, Zirk, you made me think of, not everyone has the time or the money, right? When you start investing and saving, you can only save to a certain point. You lose your job, life happens, everything, you know. Investing is for people. It's a way of life and a way of thinking. So crypto being faster and TikTok and we're running out of time can also take away from smart investing. So just, you know, I thought that was humorous, but every, you know, the cycles and pay attention because there are patterns of the dips in the top, but you know, it's only what we have when God wants us to have what we have for a purpose. And I feel like, not to get all, you know, like that, but with the system changing and money and the money tables be flipping, and shout out to you, Glenn, because I know you have a good heart, you know, and there's a lot of black pill going around. But hey, what if this is some system that can, you know, level the playing field or clear out, because there's enough good people like you guys that are paying attention, you know? So outside of looking for any savior, you know, in any one thing, we're given time every day to make a wise choice. So we don't need to go rob the convenience store, but you know, some people might. And you know,
if you do, though, get some
push to
ZRPs.
that level. Yeah, fill the bag up. Right now.
Beautiful.
It's like the bags track.
Well, actually, the funny part about it is it's the last store you'd ever want to rob because all the shit they sell is poison.
Yeah.
Go rob a farmer's market. You know,
bro,
for real.
Vegetables, the fruit, whatever.
Well, that was a prank, anyways. That guy was doing a prank, but yeah,
bro. The boys,
but Glenn,
in the
everything
chat,
you're saying is why you're gonna be around for the big money in XRP, man.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times we want people to get on, but even if they get on, bro, because I always had the thing like, if you did everything you could possibly do, go get a second job, and you have 2,500, you might have the mindset to make it. But anyone that just one time buy 2,000 ZERPs, they'll never fucking make it to the big money, ever, because they only bought it once. They just fucking, it was effortless. Okay, yeah, I'll get. Oh shit, what? Okay, I'll spend $500 on that, and they get 2,000. Man, when that shit's 10 grand. Real money, anyone they talk to would be like, you better go get that shit. You better go sell that shit, right?
One of the biggest problems is that people don't do the research, and a lot of times they don't have time to do research, and so they never really realize what's happening until it already has happened. That's when they want to jump in because it's effortless. If anything goes to $50 a share, then people want to buy it because it's proven. I'm safe. We are the people who are standing out on that edge. Like I said, this is the wild, wild west. We're out here with our guns and our hats, ready to go to the OK Corral. These people are sitting inside the saloons and their houses waiting for the fight to be over, and then they'll come in. So it takes a certain type of mindset, to be this way. Like I said, I've said it in the past. I missed out when I saw Bitcoin at $400. It was $400. I'm thinking, nobody's ever going to use this, and it was $400. Why should I spend $400 on one Bitcoin? That didn't make any sense to me at the time. Netflix at $2. I saw that. I've seen these things at sub $10, and I didn't buy them. I mean, we're talking 2000, 2001, 2002 in there, but it took me some experience. It took me some time to lose out, and so there's some people just coming on board. They're gonna miss the train, and that's just life.
Yep. The chat, real quick, guys. The chat's getting a little heavy. Master Coin XRP. I think Led Zeppelin, Chevy. You guys are all fighting amongst each other.
Chill out.
Just either join the show and fight here or chill the fuck out. But beware, Led Zeppelin and Master Coin. Motherfucking Chevy has a wrench and he's not afraid to use it. So don't get too hyphy. Chevy has a wrench. Chevy has a fucking wrench for a reason, motherfuckers. Chevy's an OG, and whether or not he has money or not, that's not cool. It's not cool to dox him. So calm the fuck down, Master Coin.
I am not reading.
Yeah, I mean, you guys been arguing for a little bit. Just relax.
And you can't call someone a bully and then bully them. That's fucking stupid.
Because we've all done it, man. I mean, me and Nerdy got into it, like, and it's emotional, like when you're passionate about
exactly
belief.
Like
it's
I still love Glenn.
Bro.
I have no problem with Glenn. If I saw Glenn, I'd give him a big ass hug. Glenn's a fucking he's a big softy. Like there's no problem. There's like just because we have difference of opinion. That's the whole point of the fucking show. Is that people come on with different points of views and different opinions and different perspectives, and we're able to talk about it. And if someone wants to debate about how someone's opinion or someone's view is stupid, then we talk about how that view is stupid. But if you're going to talk about how someone's view is stupid, you better come out with some facts of why it's stupid, and don't just put someone down for no fucking reason. That's the sauce. So
I agree with Nerdy.
If we're able to handle that kind of debate, because that's the kind of debate that we run and that's the kind of show we run, it's an open fucking platform. So you can come on here no matter what the fuck you think and say however you say. But we're not some commies that just gonna be like, no, the show has to go like this and we have to speak this kind of way. That's the whole fucking point of the show, is that you have people, actual humans, not robots, come on the show with open views and you can hear people's actual thoughts. That's the fucking point of the show.
What Nerdy's saying is true. That is the point. And there's times when there's things that I don't want to hear. All I do is shut my mouth. I don't argue with it.
I'm
Just let it
actually
happen.
Darren Moore Jr. Sorry.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Darren Moore, though, man, I loved his videos, man.
We interviewed that.
He's got a
motherfucker years
bigger
ago,
bag
remember?
than me, but doesn't have as much swag.
Bro, we interviewed Darren days ago. Darren's a pimp, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
man.
was in New York. He was fucked up. We were in New York together, bro. That was crazy.
He finally did a face reveal after a while. He did a lot of videos, and then he finally did.
Oh no, you're talking about Bearable Bull, bro.
No. Talk about Darren Moore.
Oh,
he did
okay,
a face reveal. Was an interview with King Solomon a couple years ago.
But yeah, even when I said earlier, like how the red pillars, like I couldn't figure out how I use Darren Moore's videos, like because he puts the red pill on top of XRP through his videos. So any red pillar or any truther, I'd be like, you need to watch Darren Moore Jr., bro. Watch Darren Moore Jr. You don't have to say XRP because the way he did his videos was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, Darren Moore shit. It was the most profound shit growing up on XRP, bro. That shit was fire. Yeah, it was part of the regimen. We got Master on deck. We got Martin too, out of the Netherlands. Das Nederlanden. Hello, Martin.
What up, fellas?
It's
Martin. It's Martin. Say it right, Martin.
Oh, really? I pronounce it right. Martijn IJsselboom.
Oh, Martijn. My bad, bro. My bad.
Damn, son.
How you doing?
I have only one question because you mentioned taxes, right? You in the Netherlands, it's like this. If you have a lot of money, for example, 250,000 euros, and you have that on your bank account, it's for a single person, not married. So we'll keep it simple. I just keep it simple, yeah, because otherwise it's too complicated. So you have 250,000 euros on the bank. The government says 57,000 we don't tax you, so they tax you for 193,000 euros. That's and that's on the bank, huh? Not in crypto. So then you have to pay 1,000 euro a year as tax. So, but now if you have that in crypto, you do it the same. Let's go back. It's another box, you know. You have a saving box. You have different boxes of taxes. Cryptos is another box. So if you have 250,000 euros in a crypto. And if you have debts, you can take that off as well, but I just keep it simple, okay? So if you have 250,000 euros on crypto, instead of paying 1,000 euros, if you have it on a bank account, you now pay 4,197 euros. And my question is, how is that in America?
We don't get taxed on our fucking bank accounts, but we get taxed on our income.
Yeah, we also, but if you have a lot of money above 57,000 euros, that's your saving money is not taxed. Everything above is taxed.
Sounds like you're getting taxed on unrealized gains to me.
Yeah.
Wow, weird.
But what?
Interesting.
Yeah, we
Really?
they scammed us everywhere, man. If first from our money that we earn, then everything you buy is taxed. It's the same everywhere, I think. But
So is that where the idea came from? Trying to duplicate what they do in Europe?
Hey, remember what's his name? It's like how they show the money, like that little what was this? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a Riddler, the guy from Twitter, Baba Coogs. He always showed like the different bills. It starts in London, right? Maybe that's the first regulation. That's the timeline. So these guys are getting already taxed. Who knows?
On unrealized gains? That's insanity.
Yeah, why would you have to pay? So you're saying you have 250,000 euros in crypto, and you have to pay 4K in tax on the crypto holdings that you have.
Yes.
Without
We
actually
don't have
spending
that
anything.
Yet. We don't have that yet unless we cash out.
So
hey,
you only
there's
pay,
some
you
sauce.
only,
That's sauce.
You only pay for gains. So, for example, you bought for €1 XRP
Correct.
and you sell it for €2. You get taxed for €2.
Correct.
And how much percent is that?
That's what they're trying to work out right now. But even with stock market, if you get, it's roughly about
Grab a
30%.
cup. Grab a cup. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we don't get taxed on unrealized gains. That's nuts. I mean, how you?
Well, they have to pay for the free healthcare in the Netherlands for somehow.
Yeah, but it's insane when you think about it. How do you get taxed on something you don't actually own yet? You don't own it.
They see it as you have money, and that's gonna be taxed.
Yeah, but you don't. You never cash it. If you don't have money in your hand, you don't have it. You have a promissory note. Hey, here's your stock. One day I will give you money, and so hey, let's tax him on it right now because one day he might have it. That doesn't,
because the powers to be said so.
Nuts.
Here's another thing though to think about, Bishop. Where does he live?
Yeah,
they've already had the regulations.
You're right.
The quality of life over there, compared to what we have here. So if we're leveling the playing field, we need a little bit. Don't do
well,
it.
Stalin, to be honest with you, bro. That's like
I'm not willing to give up rights to get rights. I'm not willing to give up things to get stuff. I'm not willing to do that.
Let me say it like this: we have a good life in the Netherlands. If you have a job, I tell you, my mortgage is 165 euros. I have an own house. It's really cheap. The price is what I see in America, $3,000 for renting a house.
Yeah, but
it's
you're
insane,
paying
man.
for it the other way.
Oh, you're lucky.
I know.
What's the equivalent to the euros? What is that? 4,500 bucks?
See, this is the crazy part. They're hiding it. They're hiding it in the
I know.
numbers.
I know.
And is that really better if you hide it?
It's the
Because I don't,
exchange, right?
because
It's
you
like-
don't see it. Because you don't see it is better.
Why not just not use it? Don't use your crypto. Invest it. Use DeFi. Never change it. Never let it leave your wallet. Put it in DeFi. Make a ton of money and don't get taxed.
They'll tax you when you get out of it, when you need that fiat from the exchange.
There are ways to to do it another way, but let me say like this: most people in the world, I think, 1/3 is going to the rent of mortgage, right? With what you earn. Most people, 1/3 of the money is going into rent or a mortgage for your monthly salary. Here, I don't want to brag about it, but people have. I don't earn as much money as you do because you must have a lot of money because you have more expenses in America. My income is 3,300 euros a month, and I can save 1,200 euros a month. So that. You know what I mean? So
Bro,
I got
Martin, it's a lot worse than that, bro. The average
consuming,
the average income
consuming of the nation you live in.
Yep, the average income in the United States is like three grand, 3,500.
We print the U.S. We print the world reserve currency backed by these bonds and then sold as debt backed.
All right,
so
it's a lot worse. Hold on. It's a lot worse, Martin. It's a lot worse than that, bro. In the United States, it's super fucked. You think we make a lot of money. We don't. The average income's like 30. It's like $3,500 a month, which is dollars. And our fucking rent is anywhere from $1,800 to $2,500 a month. Or our mortgage. What I'm saying is it's like 2/3 goes to rent and mortgage. It's not what you think it is. It's way worse. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Right, real quick. This is why I think for some people, I think exchanges are their best bet because let's just say that, okay, if you made some gains off your crypto and you did want to sell it and you did have it on exchange, a small amount, rather than having it on your wallet and transferring it to that exchange. But if you had a small amount on an exchange already on it and you wanted to, sell it for stable coins or whatever, and in the meantime, you're staking it and you're earning rewards on it that way. And then whatever you turn into stable coins, you can also earn rewards on it. But if the exchange themselves provides a debit card, then you're using that debit card directly from the exchange themselves without using a bank. And then the exchange provides you with the tax form of everything that you did on their platform, with spending their money on the card, all their money traded and everything. And then that way it's easier for you to manage your crypto and be legal with your taxes and everything because they do generate the form for you, and to not have a headache of, am I doing something illegal and can I use my crypto money and can I spend it? Does that make sense?
Are you talking about centralized exchanges?
Yeah, like for example, like a Coinbase card, like Martin, like if you had a Coinbase card, or if you had something in that manner, and you wanted to use your crypto to spend it that way, that'd be the best bet.
Ooh-wee.
Where you don't have to touch your principal, you just spend the interest. It's easy.
Exactly. Because that's kind of what I'm doing with crypto.com. Is that with crypto.com, what's that, Jay Henry? With crypto.com, I have money. I have Crow staked on crypto.com, and that Crow has been earning me interest over the years. And then whenever that grows to a certain amount, I have a card somewhere in my wallet.
Crypto.com
The
card.
crypto.com card right here. So I have the crypto.com card in my possession, and then whenever I need to spend it, I'll just put it into my crypto.com wallet that this card operates, and just spend it that way. That way I don't have to really worry about any kind of legalities or any kind of, in my taxes or whatever.
wait.
And then it generates my tax form for me.
Am I missing something though? Hold on. Hard light. Is interest tax free?
Jay Henry.
Spend the interest?
I don't know about tax free. If you have American crypto, yeah, I think.
I love you too, bro. Yep.
I think American cryptos will be tax free interest.
I know, bro. We'll let you in. Jay Henry, say hi to everyone.
You can.
Hey, if Jay Henry hears I'm dipping.
Hey, I'll bounce.
I go
Thanks for
back.
having
Hey,
me.
I have a photo.
No, you guys are good.
I love
Yeah,
you too,
good.
bro. I'll see you later, Jay Henry. All right, late.
Hey, boys.
Boom. Boom.
What's that,
Sorry
Hellcat?
about that. I had to take that call. I had to call Jay Henry back.
This is the guy that got me into XRP. He's the
Hell
one.
yeah.
Look at
Oh,
that
fuck
beard.
yeah.
brother.
You
Let's
better thank him because he made you a fucking trillionaire, motherfucker. You better suck his dick or something.
You owe me 1,000 ZRPs.
These
You
fools
owe
fight
him your fucking
kangaroos.
life.
These
Hey,
motherfuckers
Nerdy,
fight
you probably
kangaroos. They don't
wouldn't say that.
suck.
Nerdy,
don't
you wouldn't
suck.
say that
18
to that
cents when I
guy's
got it.
face.
When'd you get in?
About 18 cents.
18
Oh, 18
cents.
cents. Nice, bro. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Like Anthony
After I dropped
Hopkins,
from
Nerdy, you
about,
better watch out.
what was it? Oh, the first time about 80 or
All right.
something.
Sorry, go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Something like that. Can't remember now. 385. Yeah, 385. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been in
Watching years.
how many years? You've been in crypto?
He said watching you.
About 7
He
years.
said he bought in at 384.
No. I bought it just after it crashed back down.
Okay.
The first
Yeah, so you
time.
got in like 2018.
Yeah, that'd be about right. Yeah. After yep. And that was before the court stuff happened.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, you're OG, man. I got in like right before you, man. I was like October 17.
I kept telling Steve, buy this.
Steve finally listened.
Fucking wouldn't shut up about it. Now my little river keeps going on the internet talking about when her XRP's going. She's I need my money.
I think
Got about a
it
wife,
might be
a
like
wife.
how much does somebody
No, my
really
little
like
daughter,
you
River,
more than
and we were on boardroom the other day.
What was that, Buster?
It might come down to like how much does somebody just
When
like
my
you, because-
little daughter was on the other day, and she's waiting for her XRP money.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Right, we're
'Cause
gonna
they could
go
be like,
to work.
man. All right, man. Drive safe.
See you later.
Beautiful.
We got some shit
Yeah.
service here.
Hell yeah, boys. Have a good day. What was that, Buster?
It might just come down to like how much do people really like you, because they could, I wouldn't stop about XRP. Anything they say, I'm gonna turn it back to XRP. So they could be like, fuck, man. Buster won't shut the fuck up, man. Do I want to hang out with him anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I'll just get some XRP. It might just be that, dude, because I will find a way to turn it back. Especially, when I go back to 18, 19, 20.
Bro, it's to save their hide. I mean, I would lie if I would say that it wasn't part of it wasn't for me, but the reason why part of it isn't for me is because I want friends. I don't need your fucking money, especially when we moon. I don't want your fucking money. I'm not trying to get some scam out of you so you can drop on ZRP so I can have the evil laugh and scam you. No, I want fucking friends. I want people that are not peasants that I trust. So if I'm bugging you with XRP about XRP, it's because I want fucking friends. I want to be able to call you up and be like, what's up? You know what I mean? Or vice versa. It's about, we're going to be in our own world. Seriously. I think so. I believe so. Sure, I could be fucking nice to anybody, any peasant on the street. Sure, I'll be nice, but I'm never going to fully trust them.
Buster, I would just add that it's also about teaching them how to use the tool, not just the XRP itself and investing, and that's why I think whatever Nerdy's doing and whoever's working on tools that help people build Rothschild wealth, like an app, you click, I got Rothschild, I'm good. XRP plus DeFi, but don't let them, I think a few months from now, we won't have to worry about how to do DeFi. Freaking CypherX just came out with a whole list of what you need to do step by step to make a loop, an infinite loop of wealth. Just gave it away on X.
Sort of like a Mobius.
That's what's coming.
Can I mention some?
Like a Mobius strip. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm shutting up.
Beautiful Mobius.
I want to mention something about what Harlot is talking about. Okay, and this is like kind of like a side tangent, but it's related to what Harlot is saying. So Jeffrey Dahmer brought up something earlier about looking into Evernode, and this is something that goes into how systems are designed and future of systems, right? And a lot of people are not really focusing. Like David Schwartz, there's a whole commentary on X right now about migrating Ripple that was written in C++ to Rust. Okay, cool. But
wait. Migrating from what to what?
C++. So Ripple D is written in C++, right? And they want to migrate. They want to rewrite it into Rust. Well, there is already a XRP Ledger Rust or repository that already exists, but they want to make the official repository going forward, the Rust-based one. So, for security reasons, that makes sense, because there was an executive order when Biden was president that they put out that, going forward, everything had to be written in Rust for national security purposes. So if XRP Ledger is rewritten in Rust, not only does it comply with NIST standards, but it also complies with the executive order. So then that would put compliance for the XRP Ledger on a whole different scale compared to any other chain, right? Because we have a Rust repository. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is that with, for example, technologies like Evernode, if people don't know what Evernode is, I'll summarize it for you. In a networking sense, Evernode is basically a Docker container on the XRP Ledger. What it allows you to do is that you can create decentralized applications, for example, on the XRP Ledger, because you're using the same address, and you can host it on an Evernode, right? So you can have Dockerized, decentralized containers that is on Zahao network, that is hosted on the cloud, which is crazy, right? Now here's where it gets even crazier, is that you can incorporate a Koch network with that. For you're muted, Hardlight, you're muted. And you can also incorporate Hardlight. You can also incorporate a Koch network with that to manage for managing resources if it needed to manage resources. So you can literally have a whole decentralized system if you really wanted to build one. That's
so Evernode is what as opposed to the XRPL?
It's like Docker containers.
Oh,
yeah,
Docker containers. Docker.
So basically, you can create like a sidechain or whatever, and put all the dependencies and everything that you need on Evernode and host it from Evernode, everything would be everything that like any kind of calls that you make to that chain is coming from Evernode. That's hosted on Evernode. Like it's
Evernode versus Ondo.
Yeah. So Ondo is like the financial staking site, right? But Evernode has to do with more like computer and cloud services and incorporating, you know, decentralized cloud services, which is a whole nother level of blockchain that people are not really thinking about. Like people are looking at blockchain right now, and they're just looking at it as a value purpose. But for example, let's just say like, okay, you want to create a business, and your business that you want to create is hardware intensive. It's heavy on creating an infrastructure and having compute services and whatever, right? That's going to be really, really expensive. But because you have decentralized services, for example, if you wanted to create some kind of virtual reality business that's going to be, you know, like you need NVIDIA's latest Blackwell chips to run your application. Well, where do you get those computing services? Well, you can use Render for that, right? So you can design your stuff on Blender, use Render with Blender, and you can create a decentralized, you know, service where you're getting your compute from the Render network, and you're paying it with the Render token. That's fucking wild. That's crazy, right? So you're kind of going around the whole like big three, like the AWS, Microsoft, and Google cloud thing, which is crazy.
So Render is with Evernode?
Huh?
Render is with Evernode?
No. So with Evernode, you can run anything. You can containerize anything. It's not blockchain agnostic. You can run anything on Evernode and host it on there. You can containerize anything, just like you would with Docker. You can do that with Evernode.
So Render is a blockchain technology outside of
like for example, Render is a whole nother blockchain that has to do with graphical compute resources, and making like it's a company called through Ontoy, right? And Ontoy provides is their main company, and they're working with NVIDIA to provide their cloud services, right? And the cloud graphic services, they use NVIDIA Blackwell chips. Render uses NVIDIA Blackwell chips for their processing. So you can have, for example, if you wanted to create, like if you created a program, like if you created a virtual reality agent that depended on Meta's glasses, you're a Facebook developer, you're developing for Meta, you're creating an agent for the Meta glasses, and you're trying to figure out how to get the compute services to generate this AI model that's supposed to show in your glasses. Where do you get that from? You can get those compute services from Render.
Okay. Is Render in direct competition with AWS and all the others?
Render is solely focused on decentralized graphical compute services. So, and there's different blockchains that do different things. Like for example, for example, like you have, you know, like this is why Sologenic and Corium, they're massive chains, because they're focusing on the stock market and different things, right? That's what financial services. But if you focus on what certain chains are doing to help accelerate the back end of other businesses, that's the fucking sauce. So then the token, you kind of really don't care about the token or the value of the token, because you understand the utility of what's going on. And that goes back to the conversation that we're having with Bishop, where does the value of the token come in? Well, that becomes the utility. The value comes from the utility of the token. The more people that use the token, you know, the diminishing supply. That's where all the value comes in. So when we get all these regulations that it's a go ahead to use all these services, a lot of businesses, you're going to see like Walmart that's working with Avalanche and all this other shit, you're going to see the services come out, because Walmart's going 100% into AI, right? They went 100% into AI. They went 100% into VR. Well, how are they going to manage that on a global scale? Well, they're using, you know, Avalanche for their compute services. So there's like, if you really look at how the blockchain is built and what they provide and how they provide their service and what you're actually investing in, then that changes the whole fucking game. And that's why, for example, we talk about XRP, but XRP for its services serves as clearinghouse, which is the utility of XRP, right? And that's why if you look at other chains, it's crazy. But yeah,
international clearinghouse.
This changes the whole game. Fuck Top Golf.
Oh yeah. Glow in the dark skeet shooting.
Bro. Glow in the dark skeet shoot. Let's go, boys. Let's fucking go. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Lonzo Turner. I'm gonna drop down, guys. I got some barbecuing to do, man. But Lonzo Turner, I bought SHX for the third. Yeah, dude, SHX got me buying because I went through like a year where I didn't buy much. But SHX, shout out to GDLT and Nerdy. Those were my two confirmations once Nerdy started talking about SHX. But we started calling SHX out on this channel 2023, like this time, probably around October. SHX, Velo, XCN, then XPR, because I'm a big XPR fan, and then ZBEC. So those are the last 5.
It's either Uncle Buster or CKJ. It's SHX, $100,000.
Yeah.
Hey, Buster.
But, I'm on the millions, man. Like I got it at 0006.
Yes.
You know, you buy $1 million, fuck the 100,000 challenge, bro. Get it early and fucking dump on that shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the difference, man. So, but hey, 100,000. I mean, this shit's gonna be stupid. But I see it different. You know, you talked about XDC. I was in XDC at 2019. So I got XDC and SHX about the same price. It was like 000. XDC was 0004. But when I was researching, you talked about this earlier. I thought XDC was like the shipping and the trade because especially when they tokenize letters of credit. And then, you know, so I don't research forever, but this whole realm of XDC is going to take out Ethereum and all that. I was nowhere in that when I was researching about XDC. Literally, I thought you said it earlier, trade. And nobody talks about that side of XDC anymore. It's always the Ethereum killer now in the newer version of XDC. But I think this whole system is built, bro. It's all to work together, you know. Even XLM, like XLM's fucking gigantic. So you want XLM too. I want to either or on those. Like, but those 5, the videos, there's some good videos on like the Velos and the XPR. Dude, they're working through so much shit. This whole system's tied together. I don't think one dominates the other, but I think there's a reason why XRP arrived first. You know what I'm saying? Then XLM. And then now the next tiers, the SHXs and the XCNs, now they're getting in detail how this shit's going to work now because they're all intertwined. But I'm going to drop down. Lonzo, you had some good comments today, man. But
hey, Buster.
Jay Henry, what up, pimp?
Uncle Buster.
Chilling, brother.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, Uncle Buster. Berserker, I want to thank y'all for letting me in. What's up, my man, Nerdy? You know what I'm saying? And all the rest of the cast and members. I am Jay Henry. Been in crypto for roughly 3 years. My cousin Marvin Davis put me on. And I'm going to tell you, 3 years ago, we went to the XRP event that was hosted by Uncle Berserker and XRP Bags. It was on it at a nightclub. Man, me and my cousin Marvin Davis pulled up on the scene, and we met everyone there. We met Full Mother Boy. We met Uncle Buster, Nerdy X, Berserker. I mean, it was a slew of people we met, and believe it or not, these people are down to earth. It was just all love. Well, first of all, I'm like 16, and I'm like walking up on people like, who the hell is he coming to beat up? And it was just like, no, I'm not here to beat up nobody. It's all love. You know, I'm here to learn about crypto. And it was all love. Then we went back for after party hangout. That's when I was able to get to know one another on a personal level. And when I say crypto family, these people are truly down to earth. Man, 100% down to earth. Man, Uncle Buster, you know, our 4 days is about the same. So we just learned a whole lot, and going into this crypto space, learning. I've learned so much from talking with Nerdy X. I've learned so much from talking with not talking, but learning directly from the website with Batman. And I'm gonna tell you guys, there are cryptocurrencies out there, gems like I'm talking a little bit like Casper and Flare and Cosmo. The ticker's called Atom, H bar. You can stake all of these on up. I've been staking them for the last 3 years, making a passive income, and I wouldn't have learned a lot of that mostly coming into the space. I learned it a lot from my cousin Marvin Davis, but it all got isolated and restructured by looking at some of the videos that XRP bags put.
What does that mean?
Out and just fine tuning your crypto journey. And so hey, I try to come on and tell the people that we are real people. As you can see, I'm a truck driver. My day in, day out job is truck driving, running across America. I might sell oils and soaps and stuff as a side hustle, but definitely always rocking with my XRP dog tag on there. Look, wow, XRP dog tag, and not selling no information, don't have nothing for you, but come on and share the information and just tell just some random people, because I got friends and family who didn't listen to me, and now that it's taken off, they call in there and say, "Hey, bro, is it too late?" No, it's not too late. You can still get in. I mean, you got people trying to buy $105,000 Bitcoin, and XRP is at $2.92. So what makes more sense? Something that you want right now, or something you want on a long term? So I think a long-term investment, this is long-term. A lot of these people been waiting years. What's a few more years for this thing to take off where you'll be financially set and stable? But again, do your own research. And I also want to encourage the community. When this money, XRP, take off and these things become $100,000 like Bitcoin, are you going to file that in your personal name? Or are you going to go out there and set up an LLC so you can get on the business level and keep your finances? Or you might be that guy and say, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm just going to take profit and go out and buy hookers and beer. Hey, that's on you. It's your money. Do what you want to do with it. But I'm going to be a little bit more smart and try to, set up some kind of LLC, some kind of family trust. My cousin, he did Jay Claver, he's a real good guy, teaches all of that. But I kind of evolved it, kind of wanted to do the hands-on, so I did it to myself, to Wyoming attorney.llc. It's all kind of options out there for you to do this, but I'm not filing this in my regular name. So, hey, if you want to put yourself in a 5% tax bracket, go right ahead. But I'm gonna be a little bit wise so I can my millions to make babies and make more babies and more babies. And millions on top of millions, you know what I'm saying? So I can be sitting comfortable and have my wife next to me, and I don't have to be sitting in this big rig way across America, and my wife and children back at home talking about when daddy go get home. So I want to be there. I just want to encourage the people, keep stacking your ZRKs, keep stacking your XRP, keep stacking your stacking period. Because one thing I learned in this crypto journey, if you can put $5 in a shoebox every day for 30 days, that's $150 you can invest in yourself. If you got $10 in the shoebox and on day 20 you going back in the shoebox, you over leverage. So don't over leverage yourself. Be wise. Don't take out no loans to buy no crypto. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get on here and say that to the people. Be wise, learn more, Always ask questions. There's no dumb questions in crypto, especially this is a new industry. There's no dumb questions, but be wise, do your research, be know what you're buying, know what you hold, and just be courageous to go out and invest in you. You should be the primary number one person in your life to invest in. If you don't invest in yourself, I don't see nobody else coming by talking about, hey man, I want to invest $100,000 in you. No, you got to be the one to invest in yourself before someone else to go take the time and invest even a friendship in you. So be wise, do your own research, continue to stack these herbs, and hang on in there. They got a statement in crypto says HODL. HODL means hold on for dear life, and that's a real statement. Hold on, because this thing about to take off. It's like a basketball underneath the water. They let that thing go, it's coming shooting up out of that water, and it's gonna take off. We'll be mooning soon, so all praises. Peace.
Ooh-wee.
Let me get on to speak my piece. Ooh.
Let it out, Jay. What's up, Jay Henry?
Smell good. Smell good too. You know I'm on fire, bro. I am on fire I'm so on fire. Man, everything y'all have been saying from day one, it's been chops at the block at the tree, and the tree is falling. It's constantly starting to fall. Everything you guys has been saying coming true. Just hold on, community. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, we're there. Look at all the look. Here's one thing I would say that I haven't heard too many content creators talk about, but I researched it. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they're going to accept your cryptocurrency as part of your risk assessment in single family homes. Imagine how we have come, how far we come, where the federal government is now wanting to see that you have crypto. And your crypto now can purchase a home. There ain't no $2.92 homes out there. That crypto got to go up to be able to afford a $500 million house or $1 million house in Las Vegas or Los Angeles, or let alone Sacramento. That's $900,000 for a house up there. So I'm just saying, hold on, know what you hold. Look at the partnerships. Start looking at the partnerships that these CEOs are making. Strongholds, another Tammy Kemp. Look at the partnerships that she has made. That's a coin. If it's being held on the Decent wallet, it's being held on the X-Man wallet. No, I'm sorry. It's being held on the SafePal wallet. If you can hold it on there, you can swap and get it on there. You ain't got to go through some of the sketchy wallets back in the day, how we had to transfer XLM to get Stronghold off of the Lobster wallet. Oh, that was crazy back then. This thing has evolved. So I'm no guru. I'm just a man in the background doing my research. Continue to do my research. Thank you to all the crew that's out there. Man, there's people in this industry that has constantly been an effect to my life, bro, and I just really appreciate it. I don't want to name drop because I may miss a name or two, but look at this as a whole and study. And if they give you their telephone number, it's not because they trying to get your money out of you. They generally giving you their number to contact them because there's something about you that they like, and just keep being you. Don't be somebody else. Don't be somebody fake. Just be you in this industry, and people gonna like you regardless. If they don't like you, hey, well, they bad. They missed out, not you. You know what I'm saying? So That's all I'm saying, bro. I
Right
had
on.
to come on here. I was on fire, bro. I had to let this out. It was like,
Good
I got to get
stuff.
this out of there. But I
Good
appreciate you guys
stuff.
letting me on. Real spit, always say, I always say, giving all praises to the Most High God
Yes, sir.
for
Yes,
allowing
sir.
me in this space to allow myself to be some type of bearer of light in this whole spectrum of darkness. This thing can go far left, it can go far right, but at the same time, we all got to give thanks to the man up above, for allowing us the opportunity to learn about this new finance that's going to become a new financial wealth for us in the future. And all I say is turn around and bless somebody. It don't cost. Well, some people might charge you, but me, you run into me, you gonna get blessed with some info. Best believe that for free.
Amen.
I don't mind sharing.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm saying.
Preach it, brother
Hey,
Henry. Preach
Berserker,
it.
thank you, bro.
Sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
You guys are
Hey,
awesome.
Henry.
All you guys
Jay Henry,
are
you're bro.
Thank you, Jay Henry.
You're one of us. You always have been. You always have a spot on this show. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And Marvin Davis.
Yes, sir. Uncle Buster, I appreciate it. ZRK, I
Thank you, bro.
appreciate it. Nerdy X, I appreciate you. All the other people, I'm just learning seeing your faces. I've seen you on here before, but all of you guys bring something to this community. You all bring something to this community, and I like the charisma that you guys are doing. No one's arguing, no one's fighting on here. It's all respect and mutual love towards one another, and that's what it should be about. That's what crypto is about. So hey, thank the community, thank the whole show, and again, thank you for letting me come on and have my 5-minute rant. Appreciate you.
Well spoken. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ooh-wee. Jay Henry, I hope you're having a good day, bro, and I hope the rest of the day goes good. And it's imminent. It's hella imminent. They owe us 2 weeks. It's not 2 weeks. They owe us 2 weeks, bro.
Oh yeah.
So, that's fire.
All right.
So we love you, bro. Appreciate that. Also, Buster, have a good day, brother. And we're going on like 2 hours, 16 minutes. We could always like cut it if you want, but we got this clip, Nerdy. If you want to run this clip, you're talking about share screen. You want me to run it? It's a Brad Kimes clip.
Oh yeah, the one from Papa.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Go ahead. You want me to play it? It's at the 8-minute mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
So now take a listen to this right here.
Look, I've said repeatedly, we want to accumulate as much as we can possibly get, and these budget neutral ways are outlined in the SBR executive order. We also have the Digital Assets National Stockpile, which gives credence to other ecosystems and what's being built elsewhere in the space. As the president likes to say, we have very smart people in the administration that are working on this. I think that we'll move on ways of accumulation that can be implemented most expeditiously. And I think that people will be very pleased with what we come up with. But I also encourage people just to understand that there's an infrastructure piece of this as well, and Treasury is working diligently on that, making sure everything's set up properly so that we can move forward in the best way possible.
Well, there you go. And agreed, the U.S. will price control the digital assets they acquire just like they do oil, especially the U.S. domiciled assets that have utility. Think of it. Why would the government accumulate anything that doesn't have the promise of utility? If the government understands that they know that they're going to onboard trillions and trillions of dollars onto certain protocols, then it's a no-brainer for them to issue U.S. digital asset bond issuance for XRP, ADA, Solana, and others that will be used for utility reasons, because they know that that level of utility will price drive the asset in the protocol, which means it makes sense that they could open up a bond issuance for those assets. And instead of taking the assets or paying for the assets, they can sell bonds and acquire the assets in a neutral way, but also allows the consumer and U.S. citizen to win with the U.S. government as they acquire these assets. And then obviously the ones that they target and acquire, they realize will be very important for the next several decades. This gives them the ability to price control those assets once they get a large enough stockpile just like they do oil. I had this conversation with Cristian Carlo just at XRP Las Vegas 25.
That's it, Bert.
And
The
he
record, that's
agreed
it.
that this is absolute.
Roger that. Go ahead and talk about it. What are we looking at?
I wanted to get your guys' opinion on what he said in that one part.
Was that Brad Grimes?
That was Brad Grimes,
Yeah.
not Brad
Oh,
Grimes.
that's
he was-
interesting.
But I was wanting to know what your opinion on, or what y'all's thoughts were on that part where he says they will price control the assets just like they do oil, especially the ones U.S. government take that are utilities. Well, to
Well,
me,
he's
that's
also
saying,
said if you have a big enough bag, you can participate. That was the sauce.
So you wanted to get our opinion on
the price control.
What do you mean?
Yeah, RLUSD is, what do they call it? Clawbackable.
Yeah, but explain that exactly, Papa, like I'm a stupid 5-year-old, please.
Well, it's hard for a 3-year-old to explain it to a 5-year-old.
Ooh-wee.
No, he was just saying, though, that the way they were talking about it, that the crypto, they were going to price control the crypto like they do oil, which we know they do oil.
Yeah, but you see how oil is regulated, though. It stays between aside from the taxes. But let's use California. Yeah, let's use California, for example. When I started driving, it was, I'm not going to sit here and boast like I am hella that old, but when I started driving in California, it was $1.50 and then per gallon. And then it went up from there. But like at this point, the last 10 years or so, it's stayed around $2.50 to $3.50. So in other words, they've regulated it like you're talking about. And I'm just using my own personal experience. But aside from the taxes, obviously half of that is taxes. But what I'm saying is once it goes up, my opinion is once it goes up, they're going to regulate it like oil. It's going to be let's go monster numbers, fucking 50 grand per coin, 20 grand per 100,000 per coin. It's gonna fluctuate at that level. We're not gonna see the crazy ass price dips that we see now. We're not. I don't believe that.
So
sorry, go ahead.
With that being said, that their only way to control something, which they can't control right now, because the only factor that's stopping them from controlling something is the fact that we're able to buy it. So that means once the exchanges run out of whatever they are holding, that is it. You won't be able to buy it. And or this goes back to what we were saying many shows back of there might just be a select amount of people who can buy it. And if you do want to buy it, you do have to buy it from your bank, but it would be at a premium. In that manner, they would control the supply because they would literally buy it up as Vanguard has been doing with Bitcoin.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Supply will disappear, but I think exchanges, I think it will disappear. And but at the end of the day, we have to have some sort of off ramp. So there has to be some sort of market there where people buy fractions of a coin. You know what I mean? 0.0003
where
XRP.
But
you know,
the off ramps will serve as a place where you can sell it, but you can't buy it.
Oh,
What I'm saying is, anytime anybody, especially a government, mentions price control, to me that's not free market.
it's never free market. Right now, they're suppressing the fuck out of
Yeah,
XRP.
we don't live in a free market.
XRP should be $500 right now, minimum.
Look at silver.
It should be a $200 coin, a $500 coin, just sitting where it's at. Just like ETH is. ETH is sat around a couple thousand.
Just like
coin.
silver. Same as silver.
Yep.
Silver is fun, right?
Well, yeah, no, they suppress and control everything. The market's a fucking hoax. Period.
So
Always has been.
that's what my point is it's just like silver. What's to say they don't keep XRP, anybody, in a certain range that we don't like?
You're saying it. Let's say they suppress it forever and the price never goes up. Is that what you're
Look
saying?
at silver. They've suppressed it for 30, 40 years.
And or they show the public the price of paper XRP and not actual XRP, in the same sense as they will never show you the actual price of silver. They'll only show you the paper value of silver.
Right.
Is that what's currently going on? Go ahead and explain paper ZERPs versus real
So
ZERPs.
paper silver is at 300 to 1, while actual silver is at like 180 to 1. So the price of silver that you see at $30-something is the price of silver in paper value, not in price of silver into the actual utility value.
Nerdy, are you saying somebody's suppressing value?
JP Morgan's in suit for
Believe
many
it or not,
times, right?
bro,
That's stopping them from doing the same shit with the
That's a hard light, bro. That's why I got to put these shades on. That's a hard ass light.
No, Nerdy's the hard light, bro.
You get what I'm saying? There was still stopping them from doing that. Aladdin has shown us that that's exactly what they did with Ethereum and Bitcoin. BlackRock, through Aladdin, has been gobbling up all of Bitcoin and all of Ethereum, no matter what the price is. It just keeps buying it, and is just sucking data off the exchanges. And they're basically like, even it's okay. You can have a decentralized system by consensus, like by design, but that doesn't mean that the tokenomics of that system has to be decentralized. Like the tokenomics of the system can have a centralized entity, and that's the shit about blockchain people don't understand, is that you can still have centralized control with decentralized systems. So just because you have the term decentralized, yes, that is how the consensus work, and that's how the system is designed. But in all reality, you can still have a central point view of who owns the tokens, runs the consensus, and owns and runs the vote of validatorship, right? Because they actually make the choices.
On that point, Nerdy, the dollars are clawbackable. The RLUSD and the Circle, and so aren't they trying to issue legislation that says, "Fuck no, you're not going to take my money back"?
Well, so the reason why you have everything that you would have in a CBDC, you have in RLUSD, correct?
And stable coins.
Correct. Everything that you would have on a CBDC is presented to you within a stable coin.
They're the same.
That allows the United States government to claim that they'll never have a CBDC, but in all reality, it's the same relation. Again, that private government relationship that we do.
But I thought some of our legislators were talking about saying no to that very recently. I didn't get the details. I've been working.
But here's the thing: the stable coin in the Genius Act.
No.
That's what they
senators standing up and saying, no, we're creating a bill that says, no, you cannot claw back our shit. It's ours. It's sovereign.
But that doesn't depend on them because it's a private business that's issuing that asset. So
no. Limiting the definition of a stable coin and a CBDC to no clawback.
Oh, by putting it in by law as a part of definition, but that goes against the Freedom Act of what a business can produce and what they can't produce. It's a slippery freaking slope. But what I'm saying is that that's already a feature in RLUSD. It's already part of it, and Ripple, the company, has been legitimized. So
it wouldn't be public public. They're not going to scrap fucking RLUSD.
Yeah. So even if Ripple becomes the de facto solution, you still have a CBDC, because the only difference between the CBDC is the issuer. But if you have a private issuer, then the government doesn't really have to take the blame. But the government themselves can come out with, for example, the eCash Act, which does exist and is in part of the House, is a bill, which the eCash Act says that the Treasury will issue a digital version of the dollar, right? So it's not technically a CBDC per se, but it's just a digital version of the dollar, how a fiat dollar is today, that is still free, which you still have, meaning the government doesn't know that you have the dollars, but at the same time, it is a digital dollar. So it's like a slippery slope of, we'll give you freedom and we'll give you autonomy, but at the same time, Doge has implemented AI monitoring all transaction. So even if you say that you do have sovereignty and that you do have this and that, by using an exchange, they can trace back who owns that wallet and whatever. So in all reality, you still have everything that you're saying that they won't do, they are still doing.
Bro, it's like Bishop, bro. Remember Bishop used to talk about how the government adopts things?
Yeah.
They have Skunk Work and fucking Boeing and shit, make their planes for them and shit and all that crazy shit. Well, it's the same thing with the ZERPs, or the RLUSD, the stable coins. The government's just going to go, we're going to use this, and that'll be the Treasury issued fucking.
Yeah. The main Treasury versus Fed. Is the Treasury not taking over?
Well, here's the thing: is that the main sauce with stable coins is for the fact that they hold T-bills, right? So, for example, what's going on is that United States is being less reliant on other countries holding our debt, and they're relying on private businesses holding debt. So private businesses are basically becoming the stewardship of our financial system, which
Including
is crazy. Yeah, so it's like
intertether.
yeah, so it's like we have this we're this free nation, but we have this capitalism totalitarianship that is forming in the background that people are not even realizing, but it's happening through T-bills, and who issues stable coins and who doesn't issue stable coins, and what stable coins are backed by, and who owns that debt. And right now, what the shifting is from nations owning that debt to corporations owning that debt, but who owns that corporation? And then if Ripple IPOs, who's going to own a majority of Ripple? And if Vanguard owns a majority of Ripple, and this goes down the slippery slope of rabbit hole of now banks are partnering with exchanges, was exactly what happened with Chase and Coinbase, which goes into, okay, Vanguard is literally taking over another industry, which we think is free, but it's not. It's going to be controlled. And then that goes with what Brad Crimes is saying.
But we had to go on, we had to go on recess to go to the Wailing Wall. Don't you know? Congress had to go on recess, stop the bull run to go to the Wailing Wall.
Yeah.
Who went to the Wailing Wall? That's a badass move.
The motherfucker that put us on recess.
It's all a show at the end of the day, right? So they still get through. The globalization still wins at the end of the day.
Bro, we straight rocketed
Hey.
$1. Everybody was bullish as fuck, and then all of a sudden, Congress recess. Sorry, go ahead.
I've been there. I've seen that stone. It's like 50 feet long, 8 feet tall, and 8 feet wide, and like, I don't know, 200,000 tons. And it sits at the bottom of the Wailing Wall. I've touched it with my hand. I've examined it with my eyes. I'm just saying, there's shit going on there. Don't knock it. I would want to touch it. I have touched those stones. You know, I would want to touch them, whoever I was, knowing that Yahweh, creator of everything seen and unseen, touched that ground too. I'm just saying, it's pretty important. We jump into the Jew hatred, but I'd be sketchy on.
No, we don't hate them at all. We hate the doctrine. The doctrine is the fucked up part.
Doctrine
I'm noticing. I don't know about you, but I'm noticing.
What?
You just noticed everything. It's the noticing.
Are you talking Khazarian doctrine?
Yeah, well, the doctrine that says kill all Christians because they're
Khazarian.
The one that said, the
Talmud,
Jesus, and that Jesus deserves to burn in hell. That one.
Oh, the Talmud. Yeah, the Talmud's messed up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Bible.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying. That it has nothing to do with the people.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, the Talmud's
everything to do with the doctrine and the belief.
I agree.
The people are beautiful. The people are gorgeous.
I'm talking about the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm noticing Jeff just joined the show. What's up, Jeff?
Sorry, I'll back you
guys.
You.
No, you're good. Hard light. Don't be sorry ever, bro. Like we could just sit here and rant. It's like earlier, Glenn and whatever. Glenn.
I didn't know that you guys were mad on the Talmud and not the Bible. I thought it was a weird. Anyways,
well, the funny thing, the noticing, just to touch on your shit, but with the noticing is where, without any kind of like reserve or critically thinking, without any kind of contest, the Bible tells us to literally worship them.
Yeah, because they're the chosen people.
The Jews. That's what we're
exactly.
No matter what. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
what?
Bible tells us to worship the Jews.
No, there's a verse where it says a whole bunch of women will look for a man who knows the Torah, a Jewish guy who knows the Torah. That's a completely different topic.
I'm talking about wholesale.
No.
The Bible just says.
Did Jesus say you have to worship the Jews?
No, I'm not asking you that. I'm not saying, hey, fight with me about the Bible. What I'm saying is, what I understand about the Bible is that it's been told and altered to the point where it's nothing but Israel.
Let's go to the Septuagint. Go to the oldest one.
Right. Go back to the old school ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's even ancient Hebrew all over the earth.
So I believe it's biblical. I don't understand, or nor do I even claim that I'm some sort of scholar at all. I believe this is good versus evil, but I think that a lot of versions have been changed. A lot. A lot of stuff we don't know.
Yes, amen. I agree with you totally.
Well,
the
then,
Septuagint is 900 years from the King James.
Berserker, you're
before
fucking
the
black
King James.
because you're questioning the Bible. But Berserker, don't question the Bible. That's God's word. It can't be changed. Blah blah blah.
Bro, welcome to my theory of the future is actually our past, and the past is actually our future, and that Christianity is actually way older than what we understand. And Tartaria and all that stuff was actually covered because they were actually a way advanced civilization than we were. And right now we're living in devil's hellscape because that's exactly what we were told what would happen. And we're watching the future prophecy and not a past prophecy. So if you think about how the Bible is written, we're actually living in future times and not in past times. So think about that shit. I'm just saying, it makes sense.
Yeah, and Enoch did it. They went through it before.
Why
the
does
flood,
Enoch
they went through all
exist,
this.
bro? Enoch wouldn't exist if it wasn't a future prophecy. But how does it prove a future prophecy exist if it wasn't a past prophecy to begin with?
Well, the book of Enoch is rejected by mainstream Christianity.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Totally
It
fucking
sounds crazy, but it's
The
true.
two mainstreams do not reject it. Three, including the Catholics.
The book of Enoch is completely discarded by.
No, not in Ethiopia, not in Greek Orthodox.
I agree with you.
I'm
and not in Old Catholic.
I agree
Mainstream.
with you. The mainstream American Christianity is Israel could do no wrong, and this is where this is fucked though. This is where it is. This is where we go into the false light, where the whole point of this, if you read
false light,
the false light, which is the false light of Lucifer. So essentially, we're going to do a new era, a new golden age. I'm just going to crack it down as simple as I can. We're going to a new era, new old golden age, but it's essentially a war of the Gentiles fighting against Israel. That's why Israel, Jews are on the forefront, even though we're not supposed to talk about it. It's like a double psyop. So the psyop is don't talk about Jews. But the actual psyop is please talk about Jews and get angry about Jews because the Gentiles are going to fucking fight against the Jews and we're going to go into this fucking massive holy war because literally what Satan wants is the Muslims and the Jews. Oh, dude, it's crazy. It goes deep, deep, deep. There's another layer to this that general conspiracy theory isn't even talking about, and that's the false light of Lucifer. We're going
and I agree 100%.
Mohammedan or whatever the fuck they believe.
They want us to fucking hate Jews. That's what I'm saying. They want us to hate Jews.
You never mind Jew, Arab, Gentile. Never mind all that. Go back to the snake versus the first humans, and what God said to both of them. He said to the snake, "Your seed and her seed, not his, her seed," which is weird. Because men have seed, not women. He said, her seed will crush the head of your seed. It'll wreck you all. And that war has been going on ever since.
That is bananas, bro. It goes way, 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 way deep, and we don't have enough time for this shit.
Yeah, I'm done. That's all it is.
Thank you for the sauce.
It's not about not talk about it. It's about holy shit. We can go so far with this.
We did. We're done.
No, Hardlight, I appreciate that, and I agree with you. I think the Ark of the Covenant's in Ethiopia.
Right on.
No, there's some shit, dude. And so
I know.
People come to these
bro. Want to hear a wild ass theory?
Down in Mar-a-Lago just last year. It was in Mar-a-Lago. You're lying.
Check this out. I think personally, all of Egypt and all the stories that we were told is actually America, because there's more pyramids in America than anywhere else in the world, and no one can explain why.
Oh, now, hey, now.
And if you read the Bible and you look at like the Grand Canyon, and you look at all the big ass mountains and all the big ass tree stumps everywhere, and all the big ass giants that have been fossilized and shit that are all there. Like it's undeniable that the land that we live on is a holy land, and there was some kind of fucking
the American Gentile nation fight against the Jews. The Gentile nations are going to fight against the Jews, and then subsequently or furthermore, we're going to also fight against when Christ comes back. That's what the whole point of it is oh shit, this isn't really Jesus coming back. This is some Jew deep state fucking new world order mystery,
alien thing, whatever,
alien thing, right? And so that's they're priming us for that. That's as far as I understand. I don't necessarily agree with that. I just understand it basically where there's another layer of psyop fuckery that's happening.
We're also told about deception and how the devil deceives and how they would tell us some fake ass story and we will believe it. So how do we know? Like, for example, Berserker always brings up that Glenn Wells Maxwell parents or whatever owned the history books, and that's everything, the history that we know today. And if we know today, all the technology has been built within the past 200, 300 years. But only 200 years if you really think about it.
Did you mention Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad.
If you like,
well, let me say it real quick. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad owns McGraw Hill, which was all our textbooks.
Oh! Yeah. For example,
McGraw-Hill
think about that. And then you look at Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood was all Nazi shit. So if you really think about it, we still live in a Nazi era that has been disguised as a freedom era, but it's still the same shit. But it's like a hybrid. It's like Soviet fucking Nazi mixed with Crown, which creates our country, which is actually just a corporation of, you know, that's a shell company technically of what, you know, what the actual, you know, Nazi era is. But the United States is technically a shell company if you really think about it, right? And yeah, and the way how everything is done and how we have money issued through a private corporation, right? Like even our money is not issued through the way how it's supposed to be issued. And then we go into this whole blockchain thing where everything's going to be tokenized, and then we're being shelled this whole like futuristic bullshit. But with all the reality, what is happening is they're just compromising all our fucking freedom and putting it on a chain where they now have rights over our data and our livelihood, and giving us and putting us in a complete surveillance state in the middle of reform and freedom, right? And everyone's just like head honcho, yeah, this is the future we want to live in. So,
the Planned Parenthood, Bill Gates' dad, and Martha Sanger, the fucking eugenics.
Martha Sanger?
Martha Sanger, I believe. Martha Sanger. She was a eugenics like hype queen back in the day. So Bill Gates' dad and
Margaret.
That's what. Thank you. I stand corrected. But what I'm saying is these motherfuckers created Planned Parenthood, which is exactly what
eugenicists, evil motherfuckers.
But the whole point was the depop. It wasn't about helping.
Yes, depopulation. Yes. Yeah.
And
specifically with the lowers.
I sound like Glenn because I am Glenn. We are all Glenn. We fucking learn.
We are all fucking Glenn, bro. We've been there at some point.
Me and Glenn look alike, man.
We are all one.
Oh, good. Then let's make a suggestion, okay? Nerdy. This is directed to Nerdy.
Let's go.
Okay. As an older person, I see the wisdom behind your thinking, but your wisdom is going to glaze over a lot of our heads, okay? Including me. I'm not all that fucking smart. I'm just here, okay? But I'm just telling you, you need. I shouldn't say that you need. You don't need to do anything. You do what you do.
Cheers.
But what I would ask of you, from a person who is older, who is not so savvy in this space that you're in, we need you. I don't know how to say this.
Just say it, Glenn. Just say it.
We need you to, like, don't think so far out. Reel yourself back in to those of us who we see where you're going with this. We understand to a degree, but we need you to be able to guide us. See, I'm a lot older than you. I know a lot of things you probably don't know, but I'm not a guide like you. You're a guide in this that can guide all of us into the future where we basically, it's not where we're at. We don't understand it in the degree that you do. So with all the bullshit and trying to say this in a way, you need to, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say what you need to do.
Just say it, Glenn. Just say your piece.
I'm just thinking that if you could use your wisdom to move us in the direction that we need to move, it would be way more helpful than us thinking that you're kind of hammering us down because we don't know shit. Yeah, I know I don't know.
Never. He never does that.
No, because I don't know anything.
Hey, I want to intervene. He is making nerdy labs for that very reason.
Boom. Exactly. Papa.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, but seriously, Glenn, I totally agree. I'm a boomer. I'm at the bottom or youngest of the boomers.
Appreciate that, Glenn. Love you, bro.
Glenn, you're right. You're right, bro. Because the biggest money is you and me. I'm not, but maybe you are. But boomers have the money. And Nerdy understands how to transfer that wealth from you and me to him and his kind. And all he needs is new language to talk to us. I'm 62.
You guys are both right, and this is the way how I'll explain again. Glenn, I appreciate you, I love you, and that's my point of what I'm trying to build. And again, what I try to explain to people is that there is a spectrum of this that has been delivered to people that has been wrapped up in a comic book, in some kind of religion-based theory.
Psyop.
And then there is the actual technical side of things that I follow. I watch conferences and technical conferences and future innovations. I watch that religiously. That's when I'm not talking to you guys. I'm watching those conferences. They're 2 hours long, 5 hours on, 6 hours long, and I'm watching the whole fucking thing, listening to what all these companies are saying. That's what I do on my free time, because that's just what I love to do. I don't even want to get married because I just love this industry so much. I just love business. Being part of a corporation and being part of that whole life, that whole thing is my thing, right? This is the why I'm so in part of this. With that being said, the way how corporations are moving, they're not depending on people. They're moving 100% towards agentic solutions. And the way how people describe that we're moving into this era, well, blah, 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 they don't have the answer to the question is, what do people do when all those jobs are done, right? If we're going to have a massive amount of wealth, and if we're going to have all this freedom, we're going to have all these things and everything's going to be done for us, blah, blah, blah. What do people do? And all this stuff and all the question to this has been written in the Bible, has been written in other texts, and it tells us that we're going to this era of abundance, but this abundance is going to drive humanity down, because eventually we're going to have so much wealth where people just don't want to have a family no more. And there's all this.
What?
So then the question becomes, well, then the question becomes, if
wait, permaculture, bro, the earth produces abundance all by itself.
If you have,
all we're going to do is interact with the earth. What are you saying about no families?
Check this out. If you have this problem with infrastructure, where you have
infrastructure? Indian infrastructure from India?
Would you shut up, Shut up, motherfucker, and let it finish. Thank you.
Okay. Anyways, the problem with this is that when you have small businesses who don't know how any education of the back end part of how to start a business, what do you need, what kind of infrastructure do you set up, what kind of cloud infrastructure do you need, what kind of developers do you need, what programming languages are you going to use, all this shit fucking matters. And how is a small business supposed to figure it out themselves, right? Or they're supposed to subscribe to a million different services like Square or whatever, and then deal with their customer service and have to deal with all that other shit. So there's a big ass problem where you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that are not working with a bunch of money, with a bunch of ideas that want to create. And how do you help them? How are you gonna help people create, right? That's the fucking problem, because to open up businesses now, California is limiting people of how they set up a business, the cost to set up a business, the cost to do all this other shit. So it's like, eventually it's going to come a point in time where yes, someone has an idea and yes, someone has to start a business, but they just can't fucking afford to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go ahead, Harlight. You got the floor.
What about India? What about the people in India who fight for sovereign rights to the land and seed freedom? Look up seed freedom. You know, I mean, it's happening on Earth.
All right, let me tell you something, Harlot, about Indian politics and the whole thing about India, okay? India is a fucked up nation with a bunch of fucked up politics because a lot of them can't decide whether there's communist, socialist, or they want capitalist. They can't fucking figure out. And then you have a whole bunch of different sectors that are a whole bunch of different religions, a bunch of different mindsets, a whole bunch of different doctrines, and they all living conjected into one state that's supposed to be this democracy. So to talk about Indian politics in relation to Western demographics is fucking crazy because India is fucked because they can't even figure out what the fuck they want to do. So
there is a movement though that's in,
but a lot of them are socialists and a lot of them are fucking communist, and that's why that's the way India is the shithole the way it is because they don't have a fucking identity.
Right, get it. Christian, Hindu, Muslim. Get it.
It has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with politics and their direction of where they want to go with the country. Because there is no fucking grounds of what the fuck they want to do.
But there is a movement in India, especially for this indigenous wisdom, seed freedom movement that's connected to the permaculture movement, which I believe and I live for, is the salvation of Earth. So open your eyes to that because it's there. And I think that when you say abundance, I deeply identify with Earth's abundance, never mind crypto. And my app that I want to make is going to connect the Earth abundance to the crypto abundance because I believe crypto is just a great, honest ledger. It's so simple. Everybody gets to participate. It's an equal and a level playing field. And that's the way the Earth works. And India's doing great things, bro.
This is the one thing about that people understand is that when people move to other, like for example, how a lot of people that live in India and like they have a lot of engineers or smart people, or a lot of people live in China or whatever, so on and so forth, that move to America. The reason why they move to America is that we have structure. We have law and order. There's a structure where you have your rights in a certain sense, and then there's law and order. There's a structure. It's not fucking all hell breaks loose, do whatever the fuck you want, and we own you, and we're going to tell you what direction to go to stuff, right? This is the reason why capitalist in a capitalist nation works. It's the reason why the republic fucking works, and the reason why we're the most advanced nation on the fucking planet, because there's structure. Without structure, there's no nothing.
Let's get more of their best. Let's show them, and then they'll do it.
No one's gonna do anything because the world is fucking retarded. You have to understand is that people, the way how people live and the way how things are is because they choose to live that way. If people want to change, they would change it. This goes back to the marble theory, where you can't say, hey, America is gonna, like, look at Europe, for example. You can't be this icon of like, this is how you're supposed to live and this is how you live, with a bunch of people who do not want to live like that. The way how people live and the way how they are in their environment is how they want to live. It's and they're comfortable living like that. And then when they're going to go to a nation that doesn't live like that, they're going to try to incorporate their no moralities into a nation who doesn't live like that, because their promise is other shit. You can't migrate mindsets. That's what the marble theory goes, is that if people live in a fucked up place, fix that place rather than moving to our place and fucking up our place.
But real quick, I want to challenge your black pill and my clear pill. The Marvel and the whole idea of whatever annihilism, whatever it's called, versus abundance. Abundance on Earth, never mind the concept that's meant to psyop in crypto. Let's just talk about planet Earth, seeds, rainforest. Rainforest was manufactured. Rainforest is full of food plants because it was manufactured about 2,000 years ago. And we can do that. We can do that. I'm just saying, abundance exists. Abundance.
It does. But look what happened to the guy who created a fuel out of plastic. Where the fuck did he go? Right? Abundance exists. The government will fucking kill you.
Why is California currently fucking a complete tinderbox? It literally could burn. Exactly. You could spit on
Here's
it.
my only hope is that before Jesus comes back, there'll be a surge of righteousness. And then he's like, oh, I got to have those people. And he grabs us, and then it all happens.
Okay, you're talking about pre-trib, post-trib.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that dude. Hardlight, you're opening up big ass cans of worms. We don't have that time, bro. We're 3 hours right now.
I'll mute.
Fuck. Like these are whole ass shows. You're trying to
Yeah.
right. You're trying to chomp whole shows like at once right now.
Well, we can dive into it, really can, but it takes another show.
this is an absolute fucking clown world.
Hop in earlier.
Judge Deneen is Washington D.C.'s top prosecutor. That's a fucking TV bitch judge. Judge bitch. That's a judge bitch on TV, bro. We also got Triple H as the fucking physics fucking or the PE coach of all fucking American kids. The motherfuckers are roided out fucking hookers and blow fucking world like WWF motherfucker. Like, are you kidding me? We live
We're
in
in
a clown
that future
world.
movie. We're in that future movie where it was like Crocs were their shoes. I can't remember the name of the movie. but-
Idiocracy.
Yes, we're in there, dude.
Look at people buying Crocs.
Jeff enters the chat. Welcome aboard, bro.
Bro, people are literally buying Crocs, bro, for $100.
Buying Crocs.
They're literally buying the shoes from the movie. It's fucking
It's
it's wild.
It's the Stanley Cup. It's the Apple Watch. It's the fucking.
You couldn't make this up, even if you tried.
It's the Crocs. It's whatever next fad. Oh, enter the next fad. We're still fucking raised by the TV, still poisoned by all the fast food. They're just gonna go digital. Ooh-wee. So
Bro,
let's hope Jesus gets us in a fucking gets his people, or let's hope Jesus amasses his remnant, the warriors, and we do it for good. We don't just go annihilate the Jews and then there's nothing else.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Hey, you guys see that video of that little boy? He has long hair and he's like, I'm non-binary.
It's a
bro,
stop,
this fucking little kids, they're like all fucking confused and shit. And that's how you end the church. It's when you have shit like that, because it becomes a symbol of hate, right? Because it go against their belief. So what you're doing is that all these liberals are actually going to turn out to be domestic terrorists.
Bro, they already are, dude. They already got
Isn't that fucking wild?
What about the BLM riots? What about Antifa riots? What about all that shit? Like, there's so much shit that's not been answered at all to this day.
And his curated behavior, which is the wildest thing.
TikTok, motherfucker. TikTok.
Hey, Nerdy, I'll give you a good one. Did you see our domestic terrorist over in Anaconda, Montana here this weekend? Shot 4 people in the bar.
Oh, that's fucking crazy, bro. These people are fucking ludicrous, bro.
Guaranteed he's a fucking vote worker at one of the voting posts during the elections. I guarantee you.
No, but look at his picture. Go and investigate this. Look at his picture that they posted, and now go back to your post into the OG lounge.
Yeah.
Of the 33rd floor shooter, and look at them together.
Same motherfucker, isn't it?
Same person.
They could be brothers.
Holy shit.
And that's just noticing. That's just noticing 101.
Pattern recognition.
But we're crazy, Nerdy. We're all crazy.
Yeah, Nerdy's a fucking lunatic. He's a fucking nutball.
You fucking nut job.
Nerdy's a fucking
Zerker, you're all like
nerdy.
Yeah, if you're crazy, I'm with you 100.
I love you, Jeff. You're my guy, brother. You're my fucking
Noticing
guy.
101. Noticing 101, you know?
Yep.
That's a good one.
It's that simple, dude. You put the 2 and 2 together, and you don't let your fucking inner brain shut it down because you don't want to be viewed as crazy in society. As long as you can fucking like knock that shit off and just be like, fuck it. I saw what I saw. It's the critical thinking.
I looked in the OG lounge the other day and just happened to see that somebody posted. I don't know where Nerdy posted or somebody posted it, and the picture of that guy, and he was making the funny face, and that's great. And then I see this guy on our TV. I'm going, that looks familiar.
Yep.
So I go
As
back
long
and
as
look
you
and,
don't shut
look.
your.
All I do is talk shit in that chat. That's all I fucking do is talk shit.
You fucking noticed, and you didn't. Your brain didn't shut down the uncanny fucking resemblance of shooter in Montana and shooter in New York. Like, you didn't shut that down, so you're like, oh fuck, that's a thing. Like, as long as you don't doubt yourself, you're good.
Hey, Laurent. Hey, no, bro. I saw the clowniest clown shit ever in my life is to see fucking Triple H on the stage with fucking Trump as a PE person, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
and
what
then
about
you have Linda McMahon, his fucking mom, and on his
You
mother-in-law
too can be part of the
on his
WWE
administration.
show.
Bro, it's a fucking
GH
clown
growth
TV
hormone.
show. We got
Bro,
WWE
what
stars
about-
literally in the fucking presidential fucking administration.
Well, let's
What
talk
the
about
hell is
the
going
let's
on?
talk about the forgetting shit. What about fucking Cash and Bongino? Like the clown, the first one of the
Hilarious.
first clown ones was Bongino being the deputy director. What the fuck? These guys were on
Fucking
Rumble.
Bongino, bro.
Bro.
The fucking part owner of Rumble is now the fucking FBI
Hey,
director.
now, Bongino was a Secret Service agent for like 5 different presidents. Give him a
Bro,
break.
hilarious.
No, it's not about giving it a break. It's about what the fuck happened. These guys were like, fuck this. Epstein files for everything. And it wasn't just Epstein files. They were full like Q, all this shit. And then all of a sudden, they shut the fuck up.
Yeah, then Ray gets indicted. Fucking Ray gets indicted.
So you got
right
to
of
keep
all
up on the
people.
news. He hasn't shut up. He never shut up.
The fear on fucking Cash's face during that, like, what was that? The
I
fear on
agree.
his face. Was
I saw that.
Yeah, that
I
shit
saw
was
it.
nuts.
Yeah, because they're dealing. What Bongino just said recently, he said, this shook me to my core. I'll never be the same again. It's demonic what's going on.
I'm not talking about it being shook to the core. I'm talking about them stopping the fight for truth for the people. I'm telling
you.
Yeah,
dude. Hang on.
Yes, hard light, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang on.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Okay. What I'm saying, hard light, is that these fuckers stopped in their tracks. These fuckers stopped in their tracks for the truth
He
for the
was
people.
shook to the core.
No stopping.
He was shook to the core when they said, "I will kill your family." That shook him to the core.
No, it was
They
something.
dead-ass
I think
threatened
it
their
was a
lives.
satanic, ritualistic abuse of children. Hello.
Right. Okay.
I get
Sure.
that
He
part.
saw some of that. We all know that. We all know the underlying a grotesque, horrific truth.
No, we don't all know that.
Well, maybe not to the extent I talked about it in the beginning of the show. I don't even want to know how heinous it is.
Me
But what
neither.
I'm saying is, we all kind of knew that. Bam, dude, I watched fucking Bongino for 5 years scream at the public on fucking Rumble. He started on YouTube, then he went to Rumble, and he fucking screamed at the public about how they're all the fucked up shit that we're all waiting on. But what I'm saying is, we can hear him all day long talk about how it shook him to his core. What I'm talking about is, where the fuck is the truth? How come the motherfucking people are not being woken up
Also,
by
how
the
do you
powers
have,
that be?
how do you have to get that far into it to notice the truth? Like, we already know so much or have ideas about it. How does he have to get to that level to be shooken to the core? He should have been shooken to the core way before, dude.
Amen, Jeff.
That's a good point.
Man, Jeff, bro.
Frazzle drop, all this
That-
disgusting
bro.
ass, gross ass stuff, and now you're shooken to the core?
Right.
Yeah. At that
I'm
power
just saying,
level,
maybe
they
it
should
went
have-
so much deeper.
They should have released the Kraken. The
What if it was
full-ass
aliens? I'm just
Kraken.
saying.
What's that?
What
Sorry,
if
Carter.
aliens in underground chambers?
What? Oh, say it again. What if aliens?
What if aliens and underground tunnel systems?
Oh, well, that's Nephilim. See, in my belief
Yes.
system, that's all fucking Nephilim that's been on
Like
the earth
underwater aliens.
since they were cast down from heaven. They've been on the earth and they fucking rule everything.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
But what about the massive Earth theory? What about? I mean, shit.
Hollow.
Agartha might even be real.
Flat,
Agartha is
hollow,
inner Earth.
massive.
It might be
All the
hollow. It
theories.
might be flat. It might be. I don't fucking know what it is. But it's something other than what we think it is.
Do you guys think there's multiple dimensions?
What do you think? This is what I
that gets
think.
a
I
little
think all the
crazy.
alien stuff is just a cover up for all the pedophile stuff.
Yeah. There you go. But Nephilim are still here running everything because they're the ones that are evil to the core. And
Depends on whether you believe in demons or not.
I think it's easier to say that there's demons underground than to say that there's pedophiles underground.
No, I agree with you, Nerdy. I agree with you. Totally agree with
oh
you.
my god, that's fucking hilarious, Nerdy.
I'm just saying, right?
Oh, that's hilarious, dude. But no, this is I'm saying that these kind of topics are the fucking forbidden topics. and nobody can talk about them.
And if it's demons, no one's getting fired.
Yeah, if it's demons, then it's easier to write off. But if you say it's fucking politicians, then it's like, what the fuck? Walmart. What?
Yep. See, with me, I think it's a layered system. It's a hierarchy. It's a chain of command. I think the demons are underground, and they're fucking telling the fucking human deep state pedophiles to go get the babies, to bring them back to the underground layer in the cages so they can barbecue them and eat them. They might even eat them fucking raw. Baby tartar. Who fucking knows? But my point is that it's all, I think they both exist. There's room for both.
I know a lot of
demons.
I know a lot of the child stuff wasn't aliens. It was Wayfair. So I'm just saying.
I remember when they were selling pillows for $30,000 in real time on Facebook and Wayfair. Remember that?
That had nothing to do with
kids'
aliens. That had
names
everything
that
to do with
were
the corporation.
disappeared a few years prior.
Yeah,
Was
I remember
the name of
the
the pillow or whatever. Or
bro,
the cabinet.
armoires that had first names. Armoires for $90,000 that had first names.
Oh, weird.
Be there and not let your heart break in real time. Try that, motherfuckers. Whoever's waking up watching this show,
Bro, most of the serious pedophiles that you find are actually DOJ and FBI agents who are part of the team or part of the case to manage all that shit.
Bro,
look up that fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah, and we're gonna be taxed on our unrealized gains.
Yeah. They're like, oh, we're just undercover. We're trying to catch them, but they're doing it.
No,
mostly.
bro, they get exposed to so much content that they actually start getting turned on from all this shit, and they develop a fetish themselves.
They're morphing into.
That's why all the movies was about. Like, bro, it's like the world is so fucking dark than what people believe, and I think that's why it's so much easier to say that fucking aliens and all this shit exists than to actually accept how dirty and
nerdy.
dark and fucking how fucked up the government really is.
But nerdy,
It's both nerdy. It's both.
But nerdy, they have to roll it out slowly. That way, the people don't lose it. But.
I mean, like, what is it? It's easier to say that, you know, like a demon gobbled up a bunch of kids than to say that it was a government that gobbled up a bunch of kids and Hillary Clinton actually has a grinder that she throws people in to get rid of them. Like,
it's
how do you explain that?
nerdy. It's both.
They're going after those fucks now, but they're only going after the
And they'll
ones that
eat it
were
at McDonald's.
cited in queue. When hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers were involved in all that trafficking and all the baby eating.
Here's the biblical perspective. Giants once roamed the earth. President Abraham Lincoln at the Niagara Falls said very proudly and loudly, "Hey, what if the giants saw what we're looking at?" It's a very real thing. Giants once roamed the earth. They were all killed in the flood, except for a few. They were all killed in the flood, and they became demons. It says so in the first book of Enoch. It's very clear. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with both, nerdy. We're dealing with evil people who are also got evil help. But people
think about
evil all by themselves.
You know the thing about evil hard light is that this is the way how God fuck with people, okay? Even to the moment of evil, okay? Even at the moment of evil, with the intrusive thoughts that they had and the motivation or whatever drive them to do it, at the moment they still had free will. Because at any moment in time of committing the action and not committing the action, they had a choice not to commit the action, but they completely chose to go with it. So even at the point of commitment, they have free will. So to say that anything is devil driven is kind of false, because it was always a choice.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
you're saying that, but I'm just saying at the overall spectrum of fucking people doing fucked up shit and people fucking with little kids and people doing all this fucked up thing and the government doing all of that, it's the government's fault because it's people doing horrendous shit. It's people doing horrendous shit to other people and not some fucking magic force that's forcing them to do it. It's their choice to do it.
Yeah, it's all.
There is a financial incentive behind it, which is organ harvesting, which is a massive industry.
Yeah, or your flesh, your carcass belongs to somebody. Like Bob Dylan said, you got to serve somebody, and it may be the devil, and it may be the Lord, or you might be in a stasis where you got to be true to yourself. You got to be honest to yourself. I believe that there's that childlike place. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. We make our own decisions. However, the Bible presents 1,000 years where there's no devils. They all get banished to a weird place. And humans get to make their own decisions. And guess what happens? What you said. They all make a decision for evil at the end, which made me cry when I realized why, after World War II, after Jesus dying, after all this, you choose to go ahead and. So I agree with you 100%. 100%.
Bro, that's why I'm going Big Lebowski, bro. I don't give a fuck because I think General Pop includes like some of us or most of us. General Pop is psyoped beyond repair. I'm going to say that again, beyond repair. We don't have enough time left to cure the amount of psyop we've been triple fucked with for like 5-6 generations. We've been psyoped ever since fucking word of mouth, ever since printing press, ever since radio, ever since TV, and now we're going hyper mode with AI. We are
Except for the Gutenberg 1440 press that pressed the Bible.
I think the biggest psyop, Zerk, is where that all derives from is this. It's for the fact that everyone is led to believe a prophecy that's going to happen in the future that hasn't happened yet, and so many people are spending time worrying about a future event rather than living in the present. Had to spend the same amount of time to focus on things that are going to happen on the future and spend the same amount of time they would in the present and enjoy that time in the present, then whatever is going to happen in the future is going to happen regardless, whether they believe in it, whether they don't, whether they look more about it, whether they research about it. It doesn't really matter because it is what it is. But if you spend more time in the present while acknowledging the future and making choices based upon the acknowledgement of something that's going to happen, then you can make better choices in the present while embracing the present and not really focusing on draining your energy on future shit that you probably won't even get to experience.
All the while we get fucking dried out by HARP in California and our rents are out of control and inflation fucking like, dude, there's a lot of this. People are like, but we did it to ourselves. You ever heard that psyop? Oh, yeah. It's our responsibility for our own communities. No, motherfucker. We are absolute victims of the TV and the deep state. Yep.
We are, because there's another thing of materialism, right? Where everyone wants a better life and everyone wants new products, but everyone's yearning for more products and not happy with the shit that they have. Sorry,
McGraw-Hill never taught us how to fucking manage our money. McGraw-Hill never taught us how to eat right. McGraw-Hill talked about fucking the Titanic. That's what happened. Sorry, go ahead, Papa.
I was just going to give you a ray of hope, Berserker. When you moon and you get to my place, to where you got your own place, the psyop will fade away from your memory slowly.
It'll drip and melt away like the fat on Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub barbecue. Let's go.
Amen.
You guys go deep, man. I have 3 questions. It's totally different, of course, as you know. First of all, Berserker, how can I donate? Because I have a Revolut app, but I can't scan it with that. So I want to contribute to your channel because I love you guys. You have a lot of knowledge and a good heart. So how can I donate from the Netherlands?
Awesome.
Oh, we have an XRP address, don't we?
Oh, yeah, run that shit. Yeah, we got a coffee time address. Here you go. Boop. There.
No,
that's
Papa's.
That's a Papa one.
That ain't Papa. That's the original coffee time one. That goes to
Can
us.
I scan that with?
You scan that with your Zum or Zomin app. Or
I
any
have
other
Ledger Live.
Yeah, whatever's it, Ledger, whatever. That's an
So when you go into Zomin and it asks for the recipient address, you click QR code and then you scan that, and then it'll autofill the address.
So you just got to go back to this show and pause it and then scan that. So that's our XRP address that goes to our show. Thank you.
And that's about the banks, because fuck the banks.
Fuck your couch.
Another thing, if we on the blockchain, can countries be sanctioned, or is that over then?
Decentralized protocols cannot be sanctioned, so no.
So is that the reason maybe they drag it out till everything is a little bit in more order in the world?
That's more incentive for them to own massive ownership over the network to prevent a revolution over exiting their own system and to keep everyone tied into their system while utilizing the protocol.
So, yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, you know. And the other question was, we can't agree in the world with almost anything, you know, religion and black and white. I'm totally not. I'm good with everyone. But how can we come together that everything's becoming Ripple, XRP?
Abundance.
What do you? Okay. Let's go back to question number 2. Let's go to question number 2, being sanctioned. I think everybody's just going to champion, and I think this is an answer for 2 and 3. Question 2 and 3. Everybody's going to champion and beg for XRP, or nothing has to be sanctioned or removed. No, it's just going to be the answer to everything. So number
That's
2 is
preventing the war.
what's that?
Is that you think blockchain will? What benefits have countries now to have XRP from Ripple? Everybody must benefit, right? If you're like Russia, you have oil. We want to be greener, right? Everything must be greener. So how do they benefit if there's less oil sold in the future?
Cost of payments. It's all transaction payments. It's
Okay,
all
so
cost of payments. That's what
I can
that's what
answer this.
XRP is going to solve.
My English is not so good, so to
Oh,
explain.
so I can answer this. So there was a Bernanke proposed this idea of pool clearing. National pool clearing requires nations to trade their currency within their nations, and where their currency doesn't have to leave a nation, but then they have an intermediary asset that allows global trade to facilitate two different nations while settling currency within their own currency. That's how. So all this is a globalist plan, orchestrated and planned in 1943 by Bernanke, who tried to figure out a way how to end the dominance on the dollar, but also to keep a debt-based system. And that's what stablecoins are.
Okay.
So it's going to be the intermediary that everybody fucking embraces with.
Yeah.
with
So
love.
so for example, everyone uses RLUSD, but by nature, because they're using the XRP ledger, XRP profits because it's part of the network that settles and trades and does the conversion as a native asset on the protocol.
Hence runs on Ripple. The joke is everything runs on Ripple because it will.
Yeah. So XRP gains value through our utility base, not through like a market cap value base.
Okay, and one more question to you. This is the last one that I'm off.
You're only allowed 3. I'm sorry, Martin.
It's
Sorry,
done.
go ahead.
What do you think about? I heard not so good stuff about the Ledger Nano X. Is that true? Is it safe enough? Because I heard people on the internet that it's not the best one.
It has a lot to do with user experience. So I wouldn't personally subscribe to the ledger recovery. I don't believe in subscribing into anyone that has access to anything, but the device itself is fine, just like I work at like any other device. But you have to understand that because it's such a popular device, that there are a lot more hacks to it and a lot more privy scams that are a lot more intelligent. Like, for example, if like, you know, you get a fake email from Gmail and it looks exactly like a Google thing, it's because there's so much. It's so much more popular than other systems. Now, there are a lot more hacks that happen, and there are user-based. There's a reason because of the user, but the device itself, I would say it's safe. But if you want to use a device where you don't really need a large technical learning curve, and you just want to custody assets, then I would recommend Decent Wallet over
Get your Decent
Ledger
wallet. The link below.
Yeah,
The
because
link below. Get your Decent wallet.
reason being that you don't have, like, for example, if you wanted to set up a Hedera account or a Casper account or anything like that, there's less, or even a Aleph Zero account, any of those is less, there's less a technical curve involved, and you can just hit the plus button, search the network that you're adding, and just add the network. Rather than with Ledger, it's more like a technical thing where you have to, you have to go through certain curves just to get something established. So it all depends on the user and your technical use of the device, but the device itself on a sole product thing is that I like Ledger devices because there was a whole video how Trezor devices, the chip in the Trezor devices, they were able to recover the seed phrase and recover the funds from a Trezor device, but you cannot do that with Ledger and with their chips. So Ledger makes their own security chips and their own security modules, which makes Ledger such a prime hard wallet company over other hardware companies, in my personal opinion. So I actually would recommend people to purchase a Ledger device, and I prefer Ledger over other wallets. But for easeability, I do recommend people to have a decent wallet. So
the decent has a better user interface.
They stopped selling the S. They're stopping something with the X is still, I think, okay. But I heard something about the S.
Yeah, the smaller wallets are no longer working, so they have the Nano S Plus now. That's the lowest one that they have, but all the other lower nanos, they're gone. Not that they're gone, but they don't support them or sell them anymore. So I don't think they have any kind of updates or anything like that.
Hardlight, what'd you say? Go ahead, Hardlight.
Oh, it's just asking, does Decent have a better user interface, graphical interface?
I think it's easier to understand.
It's real easy.
But easy. Ledger is a killer on UI. I'm not gonna lie.
What's UI?
A user interface and how the graph and how everything looks.
But on the Ledger, which Ledger are you talking about?
I'm a fanboy and I have all of them besides the Flex. So,
but the Flex is the newest.
The Flex is the Stacks is the highest one, and the Flex is the second one.
But they have interfaces that are really groovy.
Yeah, they have ink. They have this e-ink display, which is really fucking cool, and no wallet has it, so that's pretty cool.
Bro, remember Earthworm Jim? Groovy.
And another thing about Ledger is Ledger's really focused on because it's the company's based in France. They're really focused on styling, and one of the designers for Ledger was actually a person that used to work for Apple and design the iPhone, and it's the reason why the Ledger Stacks looks the way.
Bro, I think the reason why Martin has those questions, those reservations, so to speak, not necessarily fear, but the kind of like questions about it, is because two things happened with Ledger that I've noticed. I've never personally done it. I don't understand it enough regarding Nerdy, how Nerdy does. But when it comes to Ledger, I heard two things. One of them was they shard the keys, which is safe because Uphold does it and a lot of things do it. But sharding the keys is three ways. They own one, you own one, and then there's like a third one that's somewhere in the cloud somewhere, some shit. So that's the sharding. That's what's kind of weird. That's why people hate on it. But it is trustworthy because otherwise everybody with the fucking Ledger would get hacked. And then the other one is that Ledger had a data breach, and that fucked everything up too. So Ledger's just one of the first movers, and so it gets a lot of attention. It's like PC. Everything in the United States, all government offices, everybody runs Windows. And that's why so many exploits are fucking created. So many viruses, so many, fucked up things with computers are targeted towards PCs because the world runs on PC, on Windows. So Microsoft.
Do we have to be afraid of AI for hacking our Ledger?
I don't think so.
Totally stupid.
I think we're okay. I think Schwartz. Remember when Schwartz talked about it? He said we're a long way off from 256 hash. The 256, the Bitcoin hash rate being fucking hacked. I don't think they're going to get to the point.
Here's my AI spiel. You want to protect yourself against AI? Use your hardware wallet. Use your crypto wallet as a security key to secure your accounts.
What do you mean?
You can use your Ledger wallet, whether it's a Ledger Nano X, a Ledger Nano Plus, the Plus S, or whatever the fuck it's called, your Stacks, your Trezor wallet, your Decent wallet, no matter what kind of crypto wallet you have, because they all have a secure element chip in it, is where you get your encryption from. Okay.
So instead of
YubiKey.
How do I connect my Ledger
so,
to
the? So how to register your wallet as a security device is that you're registering your wallet as a security key. So when you go into your account management and you go into your settings and you go into your two-factor authentication, you have an option to register a security key. Whether it's if you're an Apple device and you can register your passkey, which is your fingerprint, or you can register a physical device, whether it's a YubiKey or your crypto wallet itself, and you can register it like that, and it will save your credentials on your wallet. And whenever you want to access your account, you can use your crypto wallet to use as a second layer as an authentication to access your account. Boom. And that's how you protect against
Nerdy, picture the rapper with the key around their neck, and it's a YubiKey or a crypto wallet, hardware wallet. And on that necklace, the guy has his identity, all of his accounts, everything's registered. The YubiKey is similar, but what you're saying, Nerdy, is the crypto wallets have the same technology as the YubiKey. Will not do it all in one thing, right?
Yep. Exactly, because the technology depends on the secure element chip itself. So the secure element chip is what provides you all of this stuff. So as long as the device has that chip, you're able to you can do all this stuff.
So you can use it like a Byrna, BYRNA. It's legal in all 50 states. Keep it in your side while you got this thing around your neck, or you could use other.
This is why Tangem. I think this is why Tangem and the Tangem ring is such a big deal, because you can just wear a ring and you can have that ring secure all your accounts.
Yeah, Tangem.
Yep, as a security key.
Nerdy, may I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the problem I have the Ledger Nano S. The problem I have is I can't put HBAR or XDC on that wallet, which is why I've been looking at the Descent wallet. And
I have HBAR on my Nano X. I have HBAR on my Nano X. And it shows it, and it shows in Ledger Live. Yeah.
Well, if you know how to do this, there's something you can go through. I ended up, when I tried to do it, I ended up with Ethereum, and I just said, screw it, I'm done. I'm not a tech guy like you.
Yeah, so
I'm in your same boat.
you just have to update your wallet if you're not seeing it. Update your actual Ledger Live application if you're not seeing it, and then go back, connect your wallet, allow Ledger Live to manage your thing, and then search for the account, add the account, look for Hedera, and it'll pop up, and then download it into your app, and you'll have it, and you'll be fine.
What are you saying, no, Glenn? What did you say? What are you saying? Go ahead, Glenn.
But the Ledger still won't handle XDC.
That's right.
Ledger does handle XDC, but it's through an EVM. It doesn't handle native XDC. No.
So it's an ERC20 XDC.
It's still ERC20, and that's why I recommend everyone use Decent Wallet for XDC.
So, but what are you saying, Glenn? What was your main point?
Well, the main point was I was trying to get HBAR in there, and at the end of it, the only thing I could get was Ethereum, and because I don't have your knowledge of doing all this, and I don't want to dick around with it. I want to put this in there, and that's it.
Take it out, Glenn. Dick around, brother. Dick around.
Dick it out. Dick it around.
Pull it out.
Oh shit.
So nerdy. I'm in a private chat.
Yeah.
I put up a link. Is that safe? Because there is my XDC. You have to connect it to your wallet.
Okay.
Oh, to get XDC in the
And you get and I have that with IOTA as well. It's a plugin for Google Chrome.
Oh yeah, this is just a bridge. Yeah, and allows you to hold it on your Ledger, your Trezor, and your.
It's safe enough, huh?
Yeah. This is just an interface. Yep.
Yeah, you install the XDC app on your Ledger, but it does. You can't transfer it to your Ledger. You have to do it from the website to the website.
Yeah, you have to do it through the interface. Yep.
Safe.
Correct. Yep. It's fine.
Okay.
A lot of Ledger stuff work like that, especially when you're dealing with sub chains and shit like that. That's
hard lights rolling up. We gotta go. We gotta fucking go.
Oh, is it?
Give me a break.
I wanted to ask real quick, because I have an S, I have a X, whatever, a bunch of different ledgers. One of them got really messed up, and I can't push any of the buttons on there. Now, I still obviously have the word phrase and everything.
Oh, I can tell you how to fix it. It's really easy. I made a video about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happens is that Ledger has a really shit designer and a really shit design of how they created that stupid product. And what happens is that there's a battery at the bottom, and then there's metal pins, and then there's a board on top. So and the board has a button embedded on the board. So as you're pressing the button, you're pushing pressure on the pins, and you're bending the pins. So eventually what happens is the pins get bent down, and the button goes down, and the board goes down. It doesn't even charge. It doesn't even work. So what you have to do is that you have to get like a...
Well, mine's a little bit more than that, I think, because mine actually, the screen, you can't even see on the screen, because I got them 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, and I don't know what I can't even see the buttons on the screen. You can push it, but I can't really see on the screen. I was just wondering.
Yeah, so the reason why you can't see nothing on the screen is because the screen's not getting power and it's barely getting power. So what you have to do is that if you use like a cell phone repair kit, would have like the blue little plastic pry tool, there's pins on each side of the ledger.
That's a lot for me, bro.
I made a video about it, bro. It's actually not that. It's actually not that
Can I
complicated
just
at
buy
all.
a new like?
You can buy a new
tangent,
one, but you,
and then
you technically don't need to. So what happens is that this fucking thing. So this black button, the black button and this button, they're on the board directly. But if you see there's a seam over here, you can actually put a plastic tool, and if you rub it against it, there's pins on each side. You just press the plastic clip pins, and the whole screen and the board pops up along with the metal button. So what you want to do is first you put a piece of tape, clear tape, put a piece of clear tape on top. And then so everything sticks and nothing goes crazy. And then you get the pry tool, you pry out the sides, and then this whole fucking top piece pops out. And then where you see the USB-C, that's the board itself. So what you're gonna do is that this will pop off, it'll separate. You get the plastic tool, and then you pry the pins up a little bit. Don't do it too hard. It's very light pressure. They're really delicate. You pry the pins up a little bit, put it all together, and your ledger works again. Simple as that.
Okay. Well, mine's also with so I still my Ledger X is still working, but it's the S. And I was thinking, just since they're not doing whatever with it anymore, let me just, I don't know if it's possible, but if I just got like a decent, because I had I have the X for like my main stuff, and I have the S for like some side still XRP, but other stuff also. And thought like, let me get a decent or a tangent or something. Can I, even though I can't get into it, can I get a decent wallet, let's say, and then put with just my 24-word phrase or whatever it is?
So here's the thing about Ledger is that Ledger and Decent wallets, hardware wallets, has this mechanism where if you were to put the seed phrase into another device, it wouldn't show up. It won't show up account 1 or account 0. It'll show up a new address, which is account 1. So with each seed phrase comes with multiple addresses attached to that account. So if you were to put in a seed phrase and you have assets on the account, but when you put in the seed phrase, it doesn't show up any kind of assets because it shows up a new account number, which is a new address. It's because it's showing you another address and not the address, because there's multiple addresses tied to one seed phrase, and that's because that's tied to the application itself, meaning that the only way to recover the funds from that first address 0 would be to use their platform. Now the second thing is that you can do is that you can use Zum to copy that address that you had for that account, put it into Zum, and then put your seed phrase to recover the address, and that works that way. So there is a workaround around it, but you have to use Zum for it.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You want to call it? I'm ready to go piss.
We can.
Yeah, have a good day. Thank you all. Thank you.
Any last words? Go ahead.
DeFi, DeFi gravity. Learn DeFi. You will make yourself rich. You never sell your ZERPs. You never sell your XLM. You never sell your HBAR.
Learn algorithms. Learn math. Learn how math works. Learn algorithms. Learn learn equations. Learn how the shit works, because that's how your money is moving. They're moving through fucking algorithms, not through magic, through fucking algorithms. And if you understand this shit, you can build whatever the fuck you want to build.
So for those of you guys who want to hang out and you're not done. Oh no, please don't end the show. No. We go ahead and throw the link in the chat. That the boys talk afterward. So if you guys want to join and talk afterward, there's a fucking link. Go ahead and click the fucking link. We love you. Anything else you guys want? You guys need? You good?
I'm good. I'm gonna try a bunch of the different that stuff. Get the phone thing. Try to fix out my wallet. Maybe do it with the Zum. If not, But maybe on Tuesday at the boardroom, if I can't fix it by then, if someone maybe after the stream is done could help me for like 2 minutes or give me some suggestions, that'd be super sick.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
We got you. After every show, there's usually somebody talking for a little bit afterwards. So
cool.
Go ahead and keep your heads on a swivel. Keep your heads up. Keep your eyes straight, heart open. we're good to go. We're about to moon, and just enjoy your Sunday, I guess. So,
Hell yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
we got Bluminati Nights tomorrow on the same channel. We also on Tuesday night we have XRP Boardroom, and I love you all. Have a good day.
Peace.
Ben Franklin here. I was playing with my kite in a lightning storm and ended up in the present-day, crime-ridden capital. Let's check on the state of this filthy shithole. So how many people in government now?
At least 3 million if you don't count the military, and we're pretty much always hiring.
Dude, what the fuck? But you have spending under control?
No, once we're elected, we don't give a shit about that. We're 36 trillion in debt and rising.
Bro, I didn't even know numbers even went that high. How can you spend that much on the gold standard? We got rid of that silly idea over 50 years ago. Science has proven that money isn't real and anyone can just print it. What's up with England now? How's the king?
Well, they have a new king now named Muhammad.
Oh, man, sucks to suck.
What are you guys paying taxes nowadays?
Shit, man, between income, property, and sales tax, it's like 30 to 40%.
Yeah. You lost me at income tax.
Why haven't you guys used the Second Amendment to start a new government?
Because they have nukes and a massive militarized police force.
Okay, not what we planned. Wait, so let me get this straight. You guys vote now? Well, guys, the government is unrecognizable. Congress is now a massive nursing home where dementia patients manage all your money. Good luck.
Knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. I told my boss I put my 2 weeks on feeling bullish. Never coming back, I got gains, I'm doing it. I'm through with this. I started saving up and I started getting back. Now I'm stupid rich. I'm stupid rich. CNBC, CNN said we hooligans. Who was them? Another party on the moon again. It was closer than sooner than. I'm sorry that you missed it, I'm sorry that you missed it. James Rule got a shirt and it says I told you so. I didn't mean to say it, but I told you so. They tried to shake us out, but we couldn't let you go. Got you occupied, don't want you to know. I hope you got a hold, please enjoy the show. Bagman, more commander, gotta go. We're the new family all across the globe. Jump inside the mothership, now it's time to roll.
You know how many faces would melt? Do you know how many people would look at you and go, wow, you're just lucky. You're just lucky. Yeah, you told me about it, but hey, you're just what? I told you so.
We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. Hey, I got a new shirt and it says that I'm ghost. Top hat on with the bagman coat. Pimpin' in the cane, plus I found all the gold. And your friend still is a no-show. Not participating, so enjoy the show. You try to help them out, but they just don't wanna know. Now they watching for the sky like a fireworks show. The 1% fam, now we all ghosts. I know you probably told some friends, but they not listening. That's too bad for them, cause now there's no getting in. I found the switch now and Bagman flipping it. Brace yourself, this was all a show, now it's finally sinking in. We headed to the top, no more looking at your watch clock. Tell your boss that you're bullish, F off. Cause we stupid rich, we stupid rich, we stupid rich. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you. We knew it would happen and we told you. We told you. We told you.
That's what you need to tell them. My t-shirt, XRP, I told you so.
Fuck crypto.
Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.
Flip that switch. We're coming for that top spot.